Hello, everyone, and welcome to Countless Heroes, that crazy 16-player West Marches style campaign where I, Logan, take on 6 of my players at a time. Hello, players!
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And
Hello.
hello to our wonderful audience out there. Oh, and there's another one. Hello, welcome.
Welcome to the fun house.
Welcome to the jungle.
We've got fun and games.
Yeah. Episode 156.
Goodness.
We have 4 more episodes.
Lark is going to suggest that the goblins call their new place the jungle, because it's all fun and games.
It is
Very
all fun
good
and
point.
games. Except that it's not. It's a lot of work.
There's a button.
That
And an
can
ocean nightmare.
that can be the name of Lark's house. It's the code name.
Fun and games or the jungle? That's
Yes.
just their bedroom.
We have our private
It's the
park horse.
trapezes.
Yes.
It's fine, son.
I would laugh. I would actually laugh if it wasn't my graph paper mom.
Yeah, that's
I
why
was
I
gonna say
said.
he wouldn't have made the joke otherwise,
Uh-huh.
because he's a monster.
I am a monster. So who would like to recap today?
I actually didn't play last session, so someone else has to do it.
I didn't either.
I'm here.
Maybe I did.
Was
think I'm the-
none of you in the last
I may
session?
have been.
I think I might be.
Saturday?
I was there.
was gonna
I
say.
wasn't. I had to work.
Okay.
So we recruited people. Is that correct?
Yep, we recruited more people.
Yeah. So we met at the guild hall in the
Mhm.
morning, and then we immediately went out to the goblins in the Guildsman district. Their new home is now called the YMCA.
I don't remember
Right.
what the Y stood.
They decide that they will help with equipment for the fight, and Finku's going to help with some of the constructions. Then we went
A
to
lot has happened since then. I don't know where my notes
the
are.
Inverted Cup. We tried to get Russ to let us go stealth and follow him in, but that didn't happen. We went to a few people. We ended up talking to Annika, and she tells us of a mission, and we need to recover a spy from a floating city. And his name is Ziggy. He's in Aarakocra, and then we meet with Bula to start the mission and get some supplies. We teleport there. We end up locating Ziggy, who we didn't really click with right away, but we found out that basically we described who we were, and he believed us after that.
We'd met one of you.
Yeah. Then we head upstairs throughout. We run into the general, and we chaos ensues when we're trying to steal stuff from his office. Foster ends up breaking out and causing a distraction, and we get what we need, but we're seen putting the desk back up. So somebody wanted to raise an alarm. We stop them. We head to the portal. We take care of the portal attendant because they were going to Dimension Door, I think,
Yep.
which GB stopped.
Oh, and then I stopped her.
Yeah, and we took care of her. She's in somebody's bag of holding, I think.
She was in my bag of holding, and I said I delivered her to Anika
What?
along with the stuff. I just went.
What
"I
is it with us and putting people in bags of holding?
This was a stealth. This was a stealth mission, and we had
We
to
were
leave
already-
with the body, so it was completely reasonable.
I
And she
don't
was
agree with
very
that. As
dead.
a person who got put into the bag,
We didn't plan to bring her back.
Syl has
so
also
it was
been in
just
the
an
bag, so
It's true.
Wait,
You guys have
but
live people in the
Syl
bag.
won't die if she goes into the bag.
She was already dead.
It was a moot point. She was dead and she was staying dead.
I think is not a great.
I
word
wasn't
of
there,
comment.
so
Tess, you got real loud.
Yeah.
that's because I was being loud. Sorry.
No, you just got loud.
Annika convicted Ziggy and then pardoned Ziggy right away. So he's part of the team now.
Yes.
And then that was about it.
He has converted or has defected.
Yeah, GB discovered that his dice that he pulled out earlier are permanent, so he's going to be researching them a bit more.
Oh no, he found out that the curse, the unluckiness was permanent.
But GB doesn't have those.
Pip does.
Yes.
Correct.
That's it.
Just realizing it's
It's
not
really
just the
cheerful pre-war music.
right. I'm just realizing that we've had a lot of instances of bodies in bags because we pulled 2 bodies from the fucking hag bag and we've placed at least.
Gabby, it's called a motif, okay?
No, it's called a body bag at that point.
No, I'm saying it's a theme. It's a
I think Gabby's not wrong either.
It's called a narrative motif. It's fun.
I'm
I don't
not
like it.
particularly fond of this particular motif, personally.
But it's fucking hilarious. You got it.
This was a stealth mission that had grave consequences if there were any witnesses. We understood going in that we were going to have to eliminate anybody who could potentially ring the alarm. It was, despite the party assembled, it was a rather somber mission to have to execute as a group. But the group assembled did not make it as somber as it could have been.
Yeah, with the group makeup you have, that's a pretty hard group to keep somber.
And Logan managed to introduce every NPC that was a wet blanket, so nobody got along with us that episode. they felt very patronized and annoyed by the group.
Bula.
Yep. Bula, Anika, Ziggy.
Please tell me Ziggy's last name was Stardust.
Sure.
No.
Awesome.
I think it's Zappa, actually.
Frank.
Wasn't Ziggy one of his kids? Or was that Weird Al's kid?
I think you're right.
Oh my gosh. We are an interesting group, aren't
Matthew asked if you were thinking of Moon Unit Zappa.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's Dweezil Zappa's kid. Moon Zappa.
See, now I just think you're making up these people at this point.
Oh, Dweezil Zappa?
Dweezil Zappa. That's the name I was looking for. Ziggy Marley. That's it. There you
Ziggy
go.
Marley's a different person.
Ziggy-
Okay.
Ziggy Marley.
I love
I know
watching
there's a
Gabby
famous
say-
person who had a famous singer who had a kid named Ziggy. I don't. That Zappa seemed like a pretty easy choice
These
there.
just sound like random NPC names. These don't sound like actual people's names.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we found Ziggy.
Hello, Matthew.
It's so weird. Anywho, that's my confusion aside.
I'm
Still
sure
my
that
favorite
confusion will completely subside and not come up again throughout the entire rest
Yeah,
of the
because it's
I
gonna be
can-
Of
your
course not.
fears and fear.
Constant confusion is my general theme. I'd be surprised if there was an episode where I did not look or behave confused in any way whatsoever in or out of.
Alrighty. So,
What are we going to do today?
I feel like,
I'm gonna see if my dragon egg hatches.
are we going to get a new baby?
I don't know, but I want it. I want my new baby.
I know you do.
No, it's roll a d20 first.
Ooh, roll a d20 first.
Wait, which
okay.
did I do it? Which way did I do it last time?
You did a.
Percentile
Yeah, you
first.
just told me to roll a percentile.
There were 2 rolls.
You didn't give me 2. You just told me to
Then
do
you
1
didn't
last
get
time.
you didn't get close enough. So
All right.
percentile first.
40.
Did it end up?
77.
Nope, nothing happened.
Did it end up in your basement with Prime Heart?
Yeah, it's all been
Yes,
nice.
your dragon egg is in the basement.
It's chilling.
Wow.
That was such low hanging
I hate
fruit.
it.
It was slow hanging fruit. We made so many
really
ice
was.
puns. I go for the low hanging ones, okay?
It's an ice
Do you
baby.
now?
I don't know what I want to do today.
Not die. Not encounter Donovan.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I don't
yeah.
want to do today.
Yeah.
Cause fuck that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't fuck him, but fuck him.
Yeah.
Should I be writing this down?
One of the few characters Saldana wants to do a murder towards.
Do a murder towards. Like,
Two.
not
I meant to say
two.
two.
In the
I just
general
told you-
direction.
No, I
of-
meant-
I'm
In
going
the
in
general
your
direction.
general direction.
So, how is Dub doing?
I assume he's doing okay.
Dub's doing pretty good. Dub is very
Marriage.
excited about how close you are to completion on your little friend, your baby. How is that going still? Are we at another week here? Are we ready for another roll?
Yep.
All right. So then I need. What did we do last time? Percentile.
Was it another roll, or if I spent the week, I thought I'd be done? I thought that's what you said.
No, I said you get another roll towards your completion, but you were so damn close.
Okay.
Remember, this normally takes months and months and months to do. You're
No,
kinda
I understand.
lucky to
I'm
do it.
just trying to remember what we talked
Yeah,
about.
because you were at like 112% or something, but you split that up over 2 different. You were trying to accomplish the look and feel and the bronzing. So with everyone helping, I think I gave you advantage on the roll, or you rolled 2 percentiles and added them together. I can't remember what we did. Oh no,
I
it was a
rolled
percentile and a d20. No, you made a percentile and a check. What was that check?
Arcana, I think.
Yeah. So what was the percentile?
4.
Oh, well, I think I gave you advantage on that because you had so many people helping.
Yes.
Her family is there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and your family's there too. That's true. Are you having your mom help now as well?
That was my intention last week.
That might slow you down a little.
40.
Okay, 40, and then go ahead and give me the check.
Nine.
Okay, so you've got for your 50%, so you're at 170% plus. I'm gonna have your mom make a check. This wasn't a craft. I thought it was an artisan tools
Yeah.
check.
I think that's what it was.
Oh, with Mason's tools. I
Yeah.
mean, that doesn't change anything. I rolled.
Okay.
I mean,
Um,
I'd roll dexterity, and
Dexterity.
I don't
and
know how to
proficiency.
roll for Mason's tools.
That's I'm pretty sure that's what it was last time. Is dexterity and proficiency, and then whatever the
Okay.
dice.
So 14 instead of 9.
Okay. So that puts you at 54 plus 112, which puts you at 166. Plus your mom got 27.
Go, Mom.
Yeah. So 166 plus roughly 30, 193. So you're at basically 7% short of completion, exactly what you want, the perfect vision in your brain.
Okay.
Is that enough?
If my options are waiting till the epilogue or doing it now, I'd do it now. But that might be me.
Well, I mean,
meta.
it's waiting until sometime over the next week. I mean, you probably could do another one tomorrow, but you're not playing tomorrow. It's a problem. So you could do it at the end of the night.
Do
You could
it.
say that your people were working on it towards the end of the night. Give this last day to wrap up the rest, and then it'll just be whatever. I mean, it'll just be what it is. You just do it towards the end of the day. But
Okay.
who knows what'll happen between now and then?
Sure. I think those
Okay.
are my. I think that's my only option, so I'm going to say yes.
Alrighty. Anybody else have anything they need to accomplish in this morning, and where they want to go?
Just probably buying some things. Nothing important. I just wanted to buy the diamonds for Revivify because I don't actually have those. I had just pulled some from my Primart's bag and then put them back.
Sure. Okay, so you can go do a little shopping and get some of those.
I actually do need to do a thing. I need to get better
All right,
armor.
Mari.
I need to get better armor.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I have the armor that I started with.
This whole campaign.
Me too, which is not.
I have
Oh,
some
my
other armor in
goodness.
my inventory that I've had since before we started that I took, and I have literally no idea why I did that.
Chelsea, there was studded leather armor in,
I know.
but
I
Connor
know.
took
And
it.
Connor took it.
It's been in there for a while.
I went and checked after that. I didn't know, and I don't have the time normally to check the fuck.
So you the at this point the Sub-Rosarium will supply you with pretty much any tier 1 equipment that you need. So any uncommon, possibly rare, +1, you know, if you just need studded leather +1, you can have that. They will help you with that, not a problem. So we're not going to need to worry about that as long as it's an attunable item and you actually need it. Yeah.
Yeah, my AC is a 13, so
Oh my god, Mari.
Just stay far away. You'll be fine.
I
I mean, I do most of the
Very
time,
far away.
but there's some moments that it's nearly killed me. So
I remember what the other thing was because remembered looking through my inventory and then forgot again. But then I remembered. They've been able to work on making more air shell dust because I only have the 2 used.
Did you get those
Yes.
2? Did we roll those 2 after you got back?
Yeah.
Okay, so at that point, you could spend some time to do that. Some of your downtime could have spent doing that. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this without being overwhelming.
I mean, I'm not good at Arcana, but I can.
Well, you'll have to get Sil
Arcana, you
involved. This
say?
is really
Also
little
have-
that has learned how to refine it correctly. Well, no, Pinball, actually, I apologize. Pinball probably would know too. Or Sil probably would have taught Pinball or vice versa.
we
Where
could
did
have
Sil
worked
learn it? I'm
together.
trying to remember exactly.
What?
Where did Sil learn it?
We my downtime was, I think, potentially
Spent
part of
researching
it.
it? Or
Well,
was
I
it the
was-
book that you got? I think it was the
Yeah,
book
because
you
we
got,
said
that's right.
by studying on the book and that's what I did during our extended downtime, which gave me how to
Right.
do the Goa ritual. So I think we
Got
sort of
it.
lumped it in with you can also process air shell.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. All right. Yeah, so you have to get Sil involved in that. Sil's a little busy, but she can at least. Oh no, Pinball. Right, you need Pinball. Got it. My brain is off today. All right, let me make a roll.
I would try scrying on Donovan, but I don't think that's going to work.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. That
I don't want to test that.
I mean, worst case scenario, it probably just fails.
You should do exactly what your character and you would like to do. Do not let me voicing my apprehension stop you or take away the agency of Saldana. You should totally do what you're going to do. Just because I went, does not mean it's not a potentially interesting idea.
Just because we're scared of the outcome doesn't mean we don't think you should do it.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get across. Sorry.
All right, so between now and next week, or between the last time and between next week, so total that you'll be able to make from here on out is 3 more from what you had brought back. So you'll have assume that you probably got 2 now, and there'll be 1 more made before the finale, and that'll be the max you've done. Sil, we should have you do a roll as well, an Arcana check, because I'm sure you've been doing that in some of your free time here and there. Or
We
setting
said I
that
was
to
doing that
happen.
I was refining for the 2 weeks before Kiros showed up.
Right, but I know that we've got some more time here, so go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
That wasn't bad. 18.
Hey, that's not bad at all. Roll me a D8.
2.
Plus 1, 3. So you get 3 more. It makes sense. You've been busy between between the last time you rolled in and the end of the campaign. So over the next few weeks,
We
you'll
now
get a few
have
more.
20 total doses of air shell dust in
Not
Party
including what a few
Nice.
other people have, right?
Well, what me and somebody else, maybe GB had me do, and Nathan had me do, minus what they took.
Okay.
I added it all together over the course of the last few.
I
so
can, okay, so you've
so
got-
total.
got it. Now, does that include GB's original amount? Because I know
No, it was the amount that I manufactured. He's got his own in his possession. This was what is now available in Party Loot.
Excellent. And then we have, and then so that you added that into that check there. Did you add the Oshin's? You did not add it though.
No, not yet.
Okay.
I assumed he was either going to keep it or just let me know what the number is.
Yeah, I'm holding on to it right now because it's useful for rituals, but like I'll probably just put it in there next week. I've got other things. that I can use.
So much money, and so little time, and so few ideas of what to buy. There's that
Alrighty.
barrier between mundane items and magic items that you're like, oh man, I could buy so many mundane things. Holy shit, I can't even buy one magic item with.
Right.
Yeah, there's it.
You think you're richer than a king when you have 200 platinum, but you don't.
Actually, something Saldana would do. We don't have to roleplay this or anything. Saldana would want to go to the Knowledge Temple and see if they would let her I'm looking to get an item for a spell, which is Holy Aura, which requires a tiny reliquary worth at
Yeah, I
least
need one of those
1,000 gold. So she's going to talk to the people at the Knowledge Temple and see what she could do about maybe at least
reliquary.
Can I have a?
goblet or
can I
something?
have, like, a-
plate or something like that?
I've got a big
Well-
toe in a jar. Does that count as a reliquary?
Yes, it does.
Unless
It
it was
could
the
be a
toe
saint's
of like
toe.
I was about to
I
say,
don't know.
unless it was a saint's toe. Yeah, like a tiny
You don't-
reliquary, like a
It could be.
You
a
don't know
sacred
that
relic.
it's not.
Fair.
You can pretend.
Like a sacred relic, a scrap of cloth from a
Saldana,
saint's
use your
robe.
imagination, Saldana.
Isn't being a cleric all about
Saldana
faith
has
and
no-
believing?
Saldana
I
has
feel
no
like you
imagination.
could.
Let's be
But she has faith.
yes, but she
That's
has no
important.
imagination. Let's be honest here, folks. She has no imagination.
Well, then I would like to lie to Saldana and tell her I have a reliquary.
She may not have an imagination, but she ain't that stupid.
Okay, fine.
Alrighty.
I'll keep my toe in a jar.
Callie's
That could
just,
be your relic.
Callie's just gathering as much air shell as she can to make
So
a
what does this reliquary do for you?
So
So
It
much
allows me to
awesomeness.
cast Holy Aura.
That's a component.
Holy aura.
Mhm.
Yep. It does
He's
divine
like,
light.
nope.
Yeah, it's divine light washes out
Yeah,
from you and
Fresh out.
It's-
We got
Darn.
I got crappy
Fuck you.
reliquaries, but nothing
Fuck
nice.
you.
Darn, it's almost like you wouldn't want you to cast that spell during our final.
I don't
Mm.
know.
Yeah, it's not like I used anti-magic field, which is already
GB has
bad.
already cast that spell before.
Yeah, GB cast Holy Aura.
Fucking wish.
He just went, I wish, and
We did determine that on Saturday that GB is possibly God, since if you spell dog backwards. And he just discovered divine magic, so it was very possible.
Or did he invent divine magic?
Or did he invent it? It's very chicken and the egg situation. No offense, Callie.
It's the Gotti and
Okay.
the dog.
Hello.
Oh, I was waiting for the song.
welcome to shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Oh, that makes me sad.
Not quite.
I really wanted that. Okay, that Matthew just has to record a song for all of our shows now. That's the rule.
Welcome to the Nerdsmith show.
Welcome to insert Nerdsmith show here.
Just procrastinate for another week, Matthew, and you won't need one for this show. So.
Yeah, just
Just
hold up.
for this one. So, just trying to figure out who I want to torment first.
Oh, I don't like that sentence.
Because it's usually you, but I don't think it is today. Chelsea.
Yes.
You are home, alone or with Binksy, your choice. Nathan is out and about. You are at. I assume that you're living with Nathan now. You guys didn't move into your apartment.
No, yeah. She's been living with him for a minute.
They have his and hers
You married up.
townhouses.
Considering she gave Saldana her apartment after everything with Haley.
Oh, okay, so Mari's living on the street.
Yeah, that's it. Mari's just on the streets. She was living in her flower
You know,
shop
Pip
and
has
he
a
destroyed
lot
it.
of great.
It's just a
Well,
treehouse
go
in
off.
Nathan's front yard.
Okay, but like that's a
And-
very
and Pip
likely
lives with
possibility after all of this.
It'd be pretty cool, right?
I mean, would you want to stay in the house with Binksy and Rosie's Horus?
Pip
Mari-
lives in the basement.
Amanda Grish.
It
You
sounds
just-
like a Richard Greer.
You just see Mari walking out the door with a bedroll. I'm gonna make a tree. Just leaves.
Literally, my staff can make a tree. I can
Oh,
just
makes
say it
the
to
tree
them.
and leaves.
Thank you.
and lives in it. Good God.
I still like yours, Mike.
This isn't helping my nerves, but
Chelsea, that was
Open
me
mine.
for the first 4 months of this fucking campaign, okay? Your turn.
what?
Okay, Snark is being rewound. Mari's at home. Go.
No, if you rewind, you can play again. Let's just stay where we're at and keep going. So, Mari, you're home alone. There's a knock on the door.
She'll answer it.
So you walk down the stairs and look through the little side sort of frosted windows that look out onto the porch. You see a tail swishing. Obviously some sort of tabaxi standing at the door, maybe some other sort of furry creature.
She'll open the door.
Standing before you is a fairly dark tabaxi in a sundress, carrying a small little purse. You don't recognize her at first because you're not used to looking at it without it being mirrored. But it's you.
Why are you... Hi, why are you here?
I had to talk to you about a couple of things. Things that I'm understanding from your friend that are different here. I don't know if it's important.
We'd appreciate any information we can get, so if you'd like to come in.
She kind of like smiles and
Okay.
she looks around and she steps in. You live here.
I I do.
It's nice. You've done much better than I have.
It is very nice. She'll show her to the library.
All right. She'll kind of sit down, put her bag in front of her, just kind of puts her hands on top of it. I don't know how much I should know. This is very nice, and you're not like me.
It's a change. It was recent. Last week.
So you used to be like me?
I did.
Oh. I'd like
Have you?
to go back.
I imagine so. You said you had something to tell me?
I have a couple of
yes.
things to talk to you about. I don't know why I thought this would be easy. I thought I'd know you. Seeing the queen with her handmaiden, it's just made me think. What are you? Are you human?
Not quite.
The handmaiden, she said something, called it something strange, a word I'd never heard.
No, I imagine not. Are you fully tabaxi?
And human before that.
Hmm. Okay. And Mori will sit down across from her. How did you end up like this? Like a tabaxi?
I was foolish, and I joined a group of adventurers. We went underneath the city into some caverns, and there was this sort of spider-like creature, like a half dragon, half spider, and well, it did a number on us. A couple of us were taken out. It's too powerful. We never went back.
I'm sorry to hear that. I can say I've ran into the creature here. We didn't fight it, at least not then. But I do know what you're talking about.
I've asked around, and she reaches into her bag and starts pulling out a little note. Starts flipping through it. The Acosta?
That's close. It's
something like that.
Nacosta.
Costa. Yeah, that sounds more right. She kind of makes a little note. I started looking around. I started researching since I heard a few days ago. I've been to our library. I've been to several clerics. No one's ever heard of it.
Is she talking about her in the mirror world or here?
Correct.
Okay.
She just got here, you think?
Okay. Very few people here have heard it either, so.
So my understanding is it's like it's the race. It's the type of person you are, like a tabaxi or a dwarf or whatever.
From what I understand, yes.
So I used some of my adventuring money, and I hired a very trustworthy wizard who cast locate creature, looking for that creature type, and he said nothing like that existed. At least not within the city.
May I ask?
How rare are you?
As far as I know, I'm the only one in the city.
Okay.
May I ask, who was the wizard that cast the look at creature?
It's a good question.
I forgot Jastra's
I'm trying to
not
think all
in
the
the
wizards. It
coast.
wouldn't have been Pinball, so I'm trying to think of the other wizards you know in town.
Yeah, Jastra is no longer in Acosta, so technically,
forgot about that.
Harry knows she is the only Acosta in the city at this current moment.
She gives you a name. I don't have a name right now. It's nobody you've heard
Okay. Okay. That's
Bob.
fine.
Bob.
Tim.
Wizard Bob.
Sorry.
Tim. Oh, there you go. That would have been better.
No.
That is one.
Sorry. It was just
And,
the Jimothy thing with the
The
caps lock.
Timothy. Oh my god. I was just curious because I've never quite felt right. And I thought it was just the reincarnation. I always just felt like I was supposed to be someone different. But even when I was human, it intrigued me. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. Is that the reason you came into this world?
Yeah, I thought maybe you could tell me more about it and tell me how you became it, or
I know very limited information, but I didn't become it. I was born it. I didn't have a
then
choice in the
why
matter.
wasn't I?
I don't know. Things are, from what I understand, things are supposed to be better or happier. And what we're calling your world the mirror world.
She kind of like
It's-
looks around and looks at the house. She looks at you. Okay. I mean,
I'm happy
I enjoy
now.
my little flower cart, and I'm very happy not needing money because of my adventuring life. But I don't have anything like this.
This didn't come from just happiness. This came from a lot of work and a lot of loss. And a lot of
Well-
good things. But
I understand.
being what I am, being an Acosta, wasn't something that brought me joy ever.
See, I just don't understand because we have nothing. We don't even have folktale about anything like that. Nobody's ever even heard the word. I guess I wasn't saying it right, but
No, but
so,
it was close enough. It might just not exist in your world.
why wouldn't it exist?
Maybe, I'm not sure, but it could have been something like the Baba Yaga didn't. I don't know. Maybe she never had to hide.
And Baba Yaga, that's Diana. That's her name when she takes form on Earth. Her avatar.
That's why. Probably that's why.
Why? What do you mean?
She, from what I understand, Baba Yaga's, or Nakosta's, Chelsea's tired. Nakostas are pieces of her. She's not a god necessarily here.
Nobody worships Guyana here?
Fuck. There are some. A whole army of them.
You said that she wasn't a god.
Not one that many follow.
Entire army, it's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I am too.
Well, that's good to know we have something in common.
I do have a few questions for you.
That's only fair.
I would hope so. We were told about a dragon in the city. Can you explain more about that?
There was a dragon in Highwater. Highwater was destroyed by a dragon 17 years ago or so.
Highwater.
You don't have Highwater
No,
here?
we do. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. But that was it. Nothing happened to Cinderhaven. No Leviathan or anything.
Not much.
Can I ask a more personal question?
If you can't ask yourself a personal question, who can you ask?
No, I know, but I'm scared of the answer. Our father, your father, it's weird. Is he alive still?
No. He was in Highwater.
He is or was in Highwater, sorry.
Was.
When did he die?
17 years ago.
Okay.
Why?
He same here.
There seemed to be a lot of similarity.
Yeah, I figured there would be. I was just.
They seem to happen in different ways from the stories we're hearing, though.
Oh yeah. Who's in your adventuring party? If I.
No one anymore. I mean, we split up a
who
long
was?
time ago. Well, there was this funny little dwarf named Darren.
Okay.
He's a jokester. There was a woman named Angelina. And there was a very cute halfling that I had an eye on, named Jinran. He liked to be called Ginny. He liked to drink gin. It's the whole thing.
They sound wonderful.
They are. I mean, I still see
No,
a couple of them occasionally.
I'm glad.
I have a very content life.
Good.
There's just always that feeling of not being right. Something's missing.
Yeah. I don't think that feeling is going to leave. I understand it.
No.
I'm sorry I don't have more answers.
I mean, it's not your fault.
I know, I wish I did.
I mean, I do too.
I might know someone that could give you more. If she'd be willing to.
Okay.
About Nakostas, at least.
All right.
I'd have to see first,
I mean,
but
I don't really. I actually don't really have that many more questions.
okay.
I was hoping to understand why I wasn't one.
I don't think there was a need. At least in Guyana's eyes.
I don't know what that means.
She ran, she hid. She spread her power through people.
Okay.
From what I understand, at least, I don't know a lot about it, but
Well, I mean, that's. Do you feel like that's who you're supposed to be?
sometimes.
I'd take sometimes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And she'll chat a little bit more, just kind of casually. And unless you have anything else, she's just going to go ahead and leave.
No.
She says she's going to be over in your library for a little while. She'll wear a shawl so people don't think that they're you. But, she's going to go. She just wants to look and see what she can read up on them a little bit, and find maybe some other information that she's curious about.
No, she'll let her.
Okay. All right.
She'll have Banksy watching over the estate while she's heading out, but she'll let Tabaxi Mari.
Tabaxi Mari. Tabaxari.
Tabaxi. Correct. Yeah, she'll let
Tamari? I don't know.
her. Tamari? That works better.
Is that a food?
I think so.
All right. So anybody else have anything they need to do in the morning?
Gabby, are you doing the thing?
You guys start to.
Nope.
Do
So
it.
Saldana's too smart and too wise to do something so stupid.
What did I miss?
I want to just scroll on Donovan, but I don't think it's gonna work. Because that motherfucker is also a freaking nocturne, so no thanks.
Yeah.
I think the nocturne.
So you guys start to gather for food and drink and revelry and lunch.
Mostly lunch.
All right. So you guys would gather at the beer forge. What hopefully isn't the last time.
Hey, stop that. So, I had a rather interesting visitor this morning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
The other Mari? Yeah, she's... I don't know. I was a little too shocked to ask at the time.
Probably Amy or something. I mean, that's how Saldana.
Yeah, maybe.
That's how Saldana's doppel queen showed up.
Thank you,
Hey,
Wormwood
Wormwood,
Gaming.
thanks for the raid.
Oh,
Was
hi,
she
Wormwood!
really
Oh my
fun,
god!
people?
Thanks, Wormwood
Hello.
Gaming.
You guys are amazing.
Wormwood!
The party is gathering to discuss a crazy happenstance on this, our fourth from last episode.
So, Mari, just so I get this right, so I understand what you were just saying, your mirror self from a mirror dimension showed up at your house today. Is that an accurate assessment?
Yes, and she wasn't on a Costa.
Well, dang.
That's very strange.
Was she
And
The
dead?
bartender comes over. So she was not a Nicosta, which is a race that was created just for this world, and puts the beer down and leaves.
Yeah.
1 of 5.
Yeah.
Fourth
I
one?
would
We have another one.
But seriously, was she dead?
Yeah, that's the only.
Yeah, how did she get across?
That's the only way that
She
Queen
visited my estate,
Uh-huh.
so and she talked to me.
Yeah, that's good.
She was a tabaxi, but as far as I know, she was alive.
Did she have
still.
fangs?
Did she have fangs, Logan?
Yes.
Did I notice
She's a
that?
tabaxi.
She's got sharp teeth.
Cat.
She did not have
Did
like
you have-
vampire tabaxi fangs.
Oh
No
God.
longer canine.
She had normal cat teeth.
So she
I
was
don't-
a tabaxi. Did you tell her how to not be a tabaxi?
I mean, no, I didn't.
To sit in the tabac seat.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Not to be a tabaxi driver in your RP
Womp womp.
situations, Mari, but did you tell her how to not be in the or not to be a tabaxi?
Yours don't have that spell, Angela.
Find yourself someone who does other me.
Listen.
She did mention.
No judgment.
She did mention talking to a wizard.
Okay, well that's something.
See, not
Also
completely.
mentioned paying a lot of money to talk to said wizard.
If
Sorry,
you remember,
Mari.
though,
I don't mean to harp on you. It's fine.
they also did specifically say that they didn't feel right in human form either.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Angela.
Fine. It's fine.
Fine. Crazy.
Okay.
So
so
She found out through Javea, I think. About what I was. She researched and there wasn't any Nakostas at all. At least nothing, no folklore or knowledge or even a word. And she was
So, like, that's a big ripple to
Yeah.
be
very
different.
much so.
So,
But
no Nakosta.
the Baba Yaga was a widely worshipped god, not just, Kyros.
Baba Yaga wasn't a semblance or a fragment of Guyana?
No, she was Guyana.
At least it's what
Oh.
people believe.
Ooh.
Which means maybe Cass was absorbed during that in that world. If Guyana gets her way,
Yeah.
Cass would be destroyed, and Cass is the only person that. So all the pieces of the Baba Yaga would have been reabsorbed.
But so they were reabsorbed if they were ever out in the first place,
Yeah.
and Mari's still alive.
Well,
Not as bad a situation as we thought. Still, like this world, I don't want that one. But
but Mari was never Nicosta in the other world, so just all of the Nicosta were already gone at that point. Maybe.
it could have
Well,
also
Jastra was still around in that world.
you,
Is she a Nicosta there?
Mari.
Yes.
You didn't know the name or anything until fairly recently.
No.
That's very well possible that she was one and then didn't
But
know.
there was-
Just never
There's
came across.
there was folklore of Nikosas. It wasn't just nothing.
Do you think
said
they're
there
perhaps
wasn't
called something
folklore in it.
else?
Maybe I don't know.
Does it really make a
You're breaking up.
difference? Does that
Does what make a difference?
does it make a difference that Nakosta aren't there? That just like another little detail difference. Not little, sorry, not little
No,
difference,
it's not.
but I'm not sure I'm not sure if that helps us or anything.
She wanted to know.
I can understand that.
I mean, it's fair to assume that not everything in this realm is the same as that one. For example, good allegiance with Kyros, and not being at war with them.
Maybe they're just closer than we thought, and she just sort of picked up on it somehow.
Wait,
Maybe.
Yes.
do you remember how when we were in Lamina, Oshin and Mari and I all counted as undead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Do you
weird.
think the portal works the same way?
What do you mean?
Don't really
We've
want to.
died before.
I don't really want to try it, but
No,
maybe
I know we shouldn't try it, but it's an interesting theory.
that makes sense, I suppose.
I would like to stay in town today. I had some scheduled plans, so going to a mirror universe might put a big ol'
Yeah.
wrench
And-
into that.
And given that I am the queen of that area, that would raise a lot of interesting.
Yeah.
I secretly talk to Dermot and cast Divine Sense. Does anybody read his undead?
Here, right here.
Okay.
Well, it's just going to be one of those interesting answers we'll probably never get.
Yeah.
Probably,
I don't know.
yeah. I did find out where that dragon attack happened in the Mirror Universe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was
Highwater.
in Highwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
mentioned
does that
that
mean-
when we visited her. Well, when she visited us.
Nothing happened in Cinderhaven.
So.
I wonder if I ended up in high water then.
Maybe.
Still seems very unconcerned by. She hasn't really been phased that much by the mirror universe stuff.
Well, no, that makes sense. Nathan's got family there. That would make sense why stuff would have happened with the dragon with him there. If that's what he.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's a lot to ponder about.
If that happened, they came here. It's not.
I'm gonna buy everybody around.
Please.
Okay.
Syl gets up
Round
and,
of lemonade.
Syl gets up
Mine
and
should be
orders.
free. I just require a glass.
Okay.
And Syl, at this point, we know each other. Syl orders a regular for everybody, whatever it is. Yeah, and pays and passes them out when she gets them.
I am curious about the fact that more people are coming through. That makes the portal bigger, doesn't it?
I don't know. It's definitely alarming because that feels like, honestly, that particular portal feels like something that would probably be under guard, not on just this side, but on that side as well.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Why have
So
we
how
not
did
asked-
she get through?
Well,
Where
the guards
did
on
she
this
come
side are
through?
dead, so that's part of it.
Well, they would have had replacement guards. The question
They're
is,
not still laying out there. It's been a week.
If you would like to ask her more questions, she's still at my estate.
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that.
I definitely am curious on as to how she got here. I mean, no offense, Mari, but a peasant girl going through the portal like that
Well,
Wow,
is one thing.
Wow,
I'm just saying I'm just saying it's a different circumstance when it's the fucking queen of that.
She wasn't. I mean, she had been adventuring for a while. She had
It's
money
probably-
for that.
They would let us just walk through if we asked, probably, so it makes sense.
I have a
You
question.
don't even have to ask, just go.
Has anyone
Debating.
thought of asking them to help us?
It had
Yes.
crossed my
Well,
mind.
okay. I asked with divination, I asked God if it would be okay. And
And what a god.
the answer, well,
He
there's
wagged
a
his
story
tail.
about the tiger. The one that Lark said that wanted to escape using him. That's
Oh, that
Uh,
one, like,
one-
if one of them helps, one of them
Is
One can
trapped.
help.
fucked up. Kind
Yes,
Yeah.
and I am still down there, waiting.
Right, but like, what if there's some of us over there that don't care? They're just like, yeah, I'm gonna help stop a world from getting destroyed.
That's a good
I
question.
don't know. Having a double of any of us would be
Except for the
kick
fact
ass.
that we're not all adventurers.
Can you imagine?
No.
I think Primarch's brain might explode if there were two of me.
Something.
I think so might you and the other Callie.
That's true.
Yeah.
Just want to know if I'm a Dragonborn over there, or if I'm still a half-orc, or a Triton, or maybe I'm something completely different.
Maybe you're Goa.
Me being a Goa would be amazing, Sil.
But if I wasn't there and you were though, your
Yeah, I
life
don't
would
know.
your life would not be nearly as awesome.
I agree. Wholeheartedly.
Well,
I mean,
if
talking
we're
to
going
myself
ask-
again.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
If you're going to ask someone, and I don't know how the portal works, but there's always a probability, always a chance that something that we do will close it. It would probably be best for someone that doesn't have a copy here, because then if they're stuck here, then there's just two of them, and they probably
Right.
would
Honestly,
be
the
happy with
only
the same
one
thing.
only one in our group that I can think of that no longer has a living copy there is Nathan. It's the only one I know of
Yeah.
that is
Well,
dead.
Oh, I thought
but
you
that doesn't
meant
really
coming
work
over
because they
here.
don't need our help. We're not just going to
Yeah, yeah. Oshi means bringing someone over here from
Ah,
their side.
I
Yes,
see.
my first thought was, sorry, Callie. And first, maybe sorry, Vasifra. She's not here anymore, but
That's
she is
a very
married
good
over
point.
there, so she probably doesn't want to come here.
I
Oh,
would...
yeah.
I would give anything to see her again. But that's a lot to ask.
Yeah,
Not opposed.
Would you give up the dragon egg?
Yes.
Wow.
well, that's an option. I just don't know if that one would. If we really wanted to go that
It's an
route.
idea.
We also
Why
have.
don't we go talk to her?
We could try. Oh, I don't know if they're still. If he's still alive.
Mari?
Yes.
Really, really quick
Yes?
question. Sorry, I was just thinking about this. When I was over in the mirror world, I didn't see any Goa in the city.
Mhm.
Nobody's mentioned seeing any Goa. Are there not Goa in the other world?
Is there no air shell in the other world?
It's worth asking about. I don't.
We
Well, I was the only Goa in town for a very long time. I mean, that's new. And she points in the vague direction of where that city might be.
The city
Yeah,
on this
that's-
side and that
you know.
side, or
Yeah, which floating city are we talking about? But yeah, I was the weird one out last time. It could just be that there's no Goa in town. I don't know.
But do Goa exist in general? I mean, some of us knew of the Goa at least. I know I knew of the Goa.
Oh,
I'd never met one
yeah.
before you still, but
Yeah.
that's the thing. I mean, they were well known enough to be recognized as, creatures. The question is, I think Callie's wondering, is if they actually exist,
Yeah.
which also then raises the question of, does Airshell exist?
Forgive me
That's a
from being
scary thought.
slightly selfish, but please don't tell them that Airshell exists if it doesn't.
Oh, absolutely not.
Thank you.
well, okay.
Just a thought.
We walk in to talk to her, and she looks us still and is really confused and doesn't understand what's going on.
Then
That's
we
your
just
question-
say
that's your
I'm a
answer right
statue.
there.
Then we
Yeah.
just say I'm a statue.
Yeah,
And a weekend statue.
I will
Sentient
carry
statue.
you.
Oh, okay, hold on.
All right.
I think Lark and Ocean
You
are
have
the
to
only
beat
two
out
who
Kyle
can
now.
actually
Angela,
carry.
you have to
so-
beat out Kyle now.
No, I can't. I can't not blink.
Just wait for your internet to go out. I mean,
There you go.
Oh!
Too soon.
Damn!
And also your nose is bleeding.
But yeah, if you guys think that asking Mirror Mari about seeing if Vasifra would come and negotiate for potentially helping, then I'm all for
There's-
it.
Just so that you know, there's other people potentially.
Yeah, there's other people that we haven't talked to.
I was gonna say there's.
but they aren't here.
Chitin and the Feroche. Oh, we can't get to them. GB has to take us. There's the illicit. I don't know if they want
Well,
to.
what I actually meant was there are other people on the other side potentially that aren't here anymore.
Tybalt
Like,
is a good one.
And Tyrrell.
Well, they're
Well, all of them are part of
the-
Victor. It's going
yeah,
strong.
Victor's still around, and they're all doing the same things they were before. I don't know if any of them would come.
Oh
over,
gosh.
because
Do you think Imelda's there?
maybe. Personally, I don't really want to meet Victor
I don't-
over there.
Yeah.
So
And I had already established that I would prefer not to go alternate universe hopping today, but of
course not.
if that's what everyone needs to
You'll-
do, we can do that.
Well, no, I'm saying if we have Mirror Mari here, Mirror Mari could ask if that would be possible, and then they could come to us, and we don't have to go hopping.
yeah. Well, I guess
Miramar is very hard to say.
I'll agree.
I guess if we're asking people that, I mean, we were talking about asking Vasifra, and she's the V in that, so we're already asking members to come over. I just don't think that all of them should, if that's the thing, because
Let's talk to
Let's talk to
Miramari
Mari.
and
Yeah.
and just test the waters, see how things are.
There is no harm in asking.
Oh, there's the harm in asking depending on the person you're asking, but in this case, I don't think
Okay.
there is.
No, she was
Well-
willing to answer questions.
Well, we definitely have a lot more questions to ask her. Hopefully, she knows the answers to some of them.
All I'm saying is that the people over there who could potentially help, all they could say would be no, and then nothing ventured, nothing gained, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm being completely selfish. I would love to see Vasifra.
I
But
think
that
that's
stuff too.
I think that's really powerful. Cleric's always good to have around.
Yeah, we can always talk to
Yeah.
Queen.
Always use another. But
An army of vampires to fight.
it will be pretty dark if the priestess gets her way. It will be really dark around here. Hopefully not for long. But
Mirror Mari then,
Okay,
if all are agreed.
I'm fine with that.
Syl
Yep.
reaches into her bag and pulls out her silver raven statue and I guess wakes it up and it becomes a real little raven. And she uses animal messenger with it to send a message to Dub.
I might be late tonight. Gotta do something. Hope preparations are going well. Love you.
And that's just a one way. That's not a respond thing. So the raven will fly away. And at some point will come back to me as long as it doesn't die and get turned into a statue again.
Yeah. I know it makes it.
So, let's meet the other you.
That's
Trust me, I know how incredibly awkward it is.
it's very weird.
It's incredibly weird, especially when they look entirely different or an entirely different creature.
Yeah. It's very
I
weird.
think that'd be easier though, wouldn't it? Because you could tell
No, it's-
yourselves
it's very
apart. There
weird.
wouldn't be any like evil twin shenanigans going on, and like which one's a real you?
It's still very weird considering like 3 or 4 days ago that's what I looked like.
Oh.
It's very
Yeah, I could
weird.
be a little. I could fiddle with your head a little bit. I could see that.
And considering that the other me turned into one of my worst fears of ever becoming,
a queen,
And a vampire. So I guess 2 of them.
So you guys make your way back to the Brell estate.
Mhm.
As you head on in, Mari, and you take everyone into the library. There are some open books and some notes, and the notepad, the purse, a pen on the left-hand side if Mari is right-handed. But that's all kind of left there. You don't know where Mari is.
Great.
maybe she should take a pee break.
I really hope that's the truth. Can I look at the notes in the notebook really quick?
I could locate them.
Do that.
So you're thumbing through the notes there. It's everything's about the Nacosta and what information is in this library. Just very little information. She also has done a little bit of research into the lack of the god that seems to be missing. That there doesn't seem to be a god. There's a few holes in the pantheon that the gods are thought to have been lost or not worshipped any longer. And one of them that's missing is the one that she thinks would be Guyena. So she's been researching a little bit into that. And the Baba Yaga, who has underneath that section of the notebook, it says Fae ? With a big circle. So there seems to be a lot of questioning and discrepancies along this path.
Okay, I was just insanely curious about what was actually in the notebook.
She's certainly been doing
Do you
research.
go back farther than her notes on this?
Yeah, a little bit, just to see.
Okay. Right before that, there's some notes that she seems to have written herself about conversations she's overheard between Zeldana and and her handmaiden. She only kind of points her as the handmaiden. Never calls either one of them by name in the notes, but she kind of notes where she is in each one of these. So like kind of piece of memory together of where she was. And you don't see the queen and her handmaiden being in these positions, but maybe nearby within earshot. A couple times she's saying she's setting up for a ball or something like that, and so you're gonna guess she provides flowers for events, maybe, and happens to have overheard some of these conversations. Before that, they're all notes about flowers.
Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, that tracks.
Different clippings she's taken, new creations she's making, all sorts of things. Some sketches of some
tracks.
flower arrangements and things.
Shall I attempt to locate her?
Yeah, do that.
Couldn't hurt.
It may just say that she's standing right beside me, though.
Well, think about
Can you-
Tabaxi Mari
Yeah.
from another mirror.
Yeah,
Can you just look for it back?
she's just a tabaxi.
That's a good call.
so
Try and call her name.
Just to do that.
Miramari.
That's one way to
Would-
call her.
I think
Would
I
you like
think
to
that-
join the resistance?
just be more.
I think that's been disbanded, Lark.
Yeah, I don't think
We're
we
the
have that much.
underground now.
Come here, Foster. Just a little bit closer. I reach down and I pull a small tuft of fur from his side.
Okay.
I feel like
And,
you could just shake them and their fur would come out.
I just shake it around a little bit and talk to Dermot, and I cast Locate Creature on
All right.
Tabaxi Mari, Miramari.
All right. So
Check
you cast. Do you have to have met this person to cast locate on them?
I have to be familiar with them, but I'm pretty familiar with.
You've never met them.
Well, I'm pretty
Or
familiar
You
with
knew Mari is a tabaxi, so I'm gonna let you get away with this.
So Mari can cast the spell, so someone's gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, that's fine. Lark is fine, but because you knew Mari as a tabaxi. So you look for Mari as a tabaxi, and you get a ping. It is above you, and down a little ways. A place that you would know would be deeper into the estate, but upstairs.
They appear to be upstairs.
Okay, can you lead us to where?
Certainly.
Thank you.
So you start to head up the stairs and down the hallway, and it doesn't take long. You don't need Lark spell anymore because you hear some giggling coming from what would be the master bedroom at the end of the hall.
Does it sound like Binksy?
It sounds like Binksy and her. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh gods. Okay, and she'll.
Oh, I'm here for this.
I'm so excited.
This is going to end well.
Okay.
So you guys get to the end of the hall, and you walk in and you see that that Mari has one of Nathan's hats on, as well as a cloak, and you look over and see Binksy, and somehow it appears that several of Nathan's clothes have been shrunk to Binksy size, and he is strutting around doing a Nathan impression.
I love it so much.
Yeah, she kind of laughs behind her hand. Having fun.
I think Mari and Saldana both just kind of do the hand covering the giggles.
She kind of laughs again. Sorry, he was very persuasive.
Yeah, he is very much so. And it's fine. You don't have to apologize.
I think she's just, oh yeah. Sorry. He starts taking off all the
You're
clothes.
okay. You're okay,
Just like
Binksy.
strips right in front of you.
So
The
sorry.
rest comes on
I
later,
mean,
though.
we're used to that. We're used to that.
Spot on impression, I guess.
Really is.
I'm really good at Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little terrifying sometimes.
These are some of my own, I guess, adventuring party.
She like looks and stops at Saldana. And she kinda,
Yeah, I
like,
hang out
is
with the
about to,
queen.
like, drop
No
to
big
a
deal.
knee,
No big
and then
deal.
and
no,
stops.
you don't need
Again.
no. You don't need to do that. I'm not her. I'm from this one. I'm not a queen.
She is
No.
incredibly not royal right now.
Yeah.
She was a queen.
But she
But
got
I'm only
better.
for like 2 weeks or something, and it's not.
Right. You're
I'm very proud.
looking at Callie. You're part of Victor, aren't you?
Me?
Huh?
You're a member of Victor.
What?
Not here.
Oh.
That's a. Okay, was not expecting that.
Kind of looks
That's
at
a
Lark.
new one.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Just kind of smiles and sees Oshin. She seems to really enjoy tall people.
Sill's just got her hands in her
And then kinda looks
pockets
at
trying to be
Syl,
casual.
and then kind of ignores Syl and just doesn't even really look or acknowledge Syl.
We brought our statue along. Don't mind.
Sill just kind of looks funky at Lark, like,
It's a shield guardian, right? The queen has one.
What?
Shield guardian. It's a type of golem.
Oh.
I'm kind of like another
It-
tier of.
It talks.
She's sentient.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, I'm
interesting.
Syl.
I mean, she may lack the
Um,
organs, but she is a living creature.
I'm Mari, and she comes over. She shakes her
Hi.
hand. I'm
That's okay.
sorry. I didn't know.
So, there's not a lot of folks like me on your side.
No.
The name Goa doesn't ring a bell.
Never heard. Is that your name, Goa? You said it was Syl.
It's my people.
Your people
My name
are
is
Syl.
Syl. Yeah, I'm a member of the Goa Nation. We are a people.
There's no nation Goa where I'm from.
Well, maybe we might just be really secretive.
Possible.
You know, we're real good at hiding. That's okay.
That's interesting. Not even rumors.
No.
Nothing about an ancient city built of air shale that fell to ruin because of hubris
that?
and slavery.
You. Oh, okay. All right, that answers a lot of questions.
Well,
Okay, I only have more.
I know.
We're just finding that there's some more differences between our worlds than we were expecting.
A lot.
Okay.
yeah, that's interesting.
What do I do in Victor? Do I have a
Transfer.
role in it? I mean,
I don't know anything about them. I've just seen you with the founders very often.
Mari, if you don't mind, if you can't tell, we do have more questions if you'd be willing to answer them.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
If it helps, I think you're married to one of them.
Called it.
Syl says
Cool.
out loud.
yeah, I think I'm married to Vassifra.
Yeah, that's the half orc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So wait, she looks.
I don't know. I don't know them.
So
I've done some flowers for them, for some of their balls.
So Callie's a dragonborn in your realm. You've seen this particular dragonborn in your realm.
You
Yeah.
think that's reincarnation 2 or 4?
She asks Callie.
God, I hope too.
I don't know. They did. It did seem like that that it was different before. I don't really follow celebrity gossip much.
Ooh,
I'm a what?
Well, that makes sense. So, sources.
Well,
Here
the Victor and the Queen. I mean, they're all the richest people in town. I mean, they hold our entire country together.
I would be very
That's
interested in meeting with your Vassifra if it could be arranged about potentially helping out on this side.
I wouldn't even know how to get an audience.
Mm.
I mean, I could ask the person that sells me flower or that buys flowers from me. That's the only thing I can try.
Who would that be?
I don't know how long it would take.
Just some middleman?
Yeah. It's names and names. You never heard of
Would you be able to get a letter, perhaps, to Javea, the handmaid?
You want me to speak to the Queen's handmaid?
She's more personable than you might think.
No doubt, but I mean, I'm scared enough working for that
well,
court.
that's fair enough.
I'd rather not push any boundaries.
Fair enough.
How did you get here?
I walked.
How? I mean, I know one foot in front of the other. I do the same. Did you go?
It's the best way.
Did you go through the portal? The crack?
Yes.
And
Several people came through at the same time.
They
and
did?
are you living?
What kind of question is that?
We just had a few theories about what happened going through the portal. That's all.
This whole thing, was that sort of you weren't living
This
anymore,
whole
and it brought
thing?
back,
You
yes,
just pointed to all
yes,
of
the
me.
tobacco scene, instead of looking like the other one, was this because you died and came back, or is it because
Yes, I died and came back. I thought Mari would
Okay.
explain the same thing
Yes.
happened to Mari.
Kind of.
knows?
It was.
happens?
It was the spider drake thing that we saw.
Ugh.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
I would like to
So-
cast Divine Sense again, secretly.
Secretly.
There is no stench here other than Bigsy,
So,
who is a fiend.
Accurate.
a theory. From
There would have been
earlier.
a stench without.
With Bigsy. Hey, what? You don't like my musk?
It is very strong.
We've talked about this.
He said, rubbing his butt on Nathan's clothes.
Bingsy, you are delightful as
The dog on a
always.
carpet.
Yes.
You missed a spot.
Okay.
So, discussing the theory from earlier, who the other people that you came through with, they all came.
There are 2 or 3, yeah.
Did
I didn't
they
recognize
happen?
any of them.
Okay. What's they?
She describes random people.
So no guards or anything on your side then, keeping people out?
No.
Alright.
Should there be? I mean, there's a sign that says enter at your own risk, danger ahead, but I had to know.
I
So
guess outside of
basically,
the
no
mall.
lifeguard
Okay.
on duty.
There's a fence.
Fences are easy to hop over or dig under.
There's only a fence on your side as well. Should there be more?
We don't know, honestly.
There was. Okay.
We're all still adjusting to the whole idea of, everything and still relearning things that are and are not the same.
So, since Pimble's discussing or not, researching this, should we discuss this with him? Because the fact that people can come through,
Pimple?
sort of,
Victor?
yes. Well, not to
It's
be
Yeah.
not really a
Yeah.
thing
Not to be
anymore
more-
here, so people are pretty much civilians.
He's not a powerful wizard here.
He is
no, he
powerful.
is that.
Well, yeah, he is.
And he's a council member. Okay, he's got a lot of clout, actually, but not as much as he seems to have on yours.
He wears a lot of hats.
Wears a lot of hats for someone that sits
He's married to
at
Ocean.
home with cats.
Sits at home with
What?
cats.
Oh,
Stays home
well,
with
they're
cats.
children, they're...
Children
Does-
cats?
It's a lot to describe.
Awakened. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Okay. He was researching the portal, and he said that people can't come through unless they're undead, or I guess not
So-
if they're alive. But if you were able to come through and other people were able to come through, then that changes things.
We should go to Pinball then and discuss. I might have a few theories myself that we can try and exchange and figure out, see what we could do. Because maybe it's just not going through on our side.
Yeah. And May.
Maybe.
I don't.
Just had a thought. You can also, if you're not interested in talking, you can also just look at the library. I'm sure there's more in there that's more related to what you're looking for. Nathan's library is nice, but he's more of a, map maker and such, not really arcane wizard person.
Well,
She
sorry,
could
we know
also-
that this is a lot.
She could also speak with her
I-
mother, Saldana. For what she wants to know.
The Queen's mother?
Well, not anymore, but I understand that you were trying to know more about the Nicosta, and we're trying to speak with Mari about it all.
Yes.
There is another who was in Nicosta for a bit, and who knows quite a bit more about the people.
You can lose that?
It's a very complicated situation
Not
on how it
normally.
happened. It was a very unique circumstance, very
It had
non-standard.
to do with something with the Fae. It wasn't something that was normal.
You have a lot of interactions, it seems. Your library is full of
We do.
information about the Fae. We rarely have any. We don't see them. They don't really interact with us.
Oh, that must be lovely.
Not like they seem to here.
Yeah, that's strange. What do you know anything about the Undermist or Mistveil under the city?
Under the
That's
city?
a thing. Off the cliff, down on the side, and there's a
I
city.
mean, the caverns down by the water near the castle.
Sort of. There's a city that's not really part of the city. That's
There's a Badlands.
oh,
Salt blasted Badlands. And the caverns lead to the Shroud.
I assume the Shroud is the Shadowfell?
Probably.
That's where the Shadow Horde lives.
It's reversed. Of course.
The Shadow Realm is stronger there than it is here because we
Hmm.
closed it here. That explains so much. That explains so much on that side. We need to go to Pinball.
While there is some danger there, it's only if you go there. There's no danger to the city.
There's a lot more
Yeah.
to it on our side than.
There's a lot.
Yes. Okay.
It's a lot. I am lost. It's fine.
So maybe.
Syl walks over to Lark and pats his shoulder. It's okay.
Just-
I've stopped worrying about it.
We should go to Pinball
sorry.
and discuss this. You're
There
fine.
you are.
I don't know if I can meet Pinball. It seems
It's fine.
Trust us, he's very different from the Pinball you know of.
Yeah.
He's a lot.
so
Nice.
he's hideous then.
No, that's the same, but he's nicer.
I mean, what's your opinion on beards?
Pinball has a beard in our world.
Okay, well then set your expectations
I think that's
to
just a
normal.
universal constant. I think it wouldn't be him if he didn't
His
have.
beard is a fixed point in the multiverse.
If you ever saw a clean-shaven Pinball,
Something's
Something has
wrong.
gone wrong.
you know that's the darkest time.
It is hanging in the beer forge.
The Beard Forge.
It's a sentient beard.
No, the picture of him without a beard.
It can detach.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, the painting that Lark painted. Yeah.
Pinball's been dead for years. The beard has just been using it as a puppet.
Oh, it just moves.
I hate
Welcome
the
to
darkest
my
time.
nightmare.
Thanks, I hate it.
I hate it
Somebody
on
else
so
is
many
saying it.
levels.
Sorry you're tired, Russ. How you doing? All right. God, it's like 4 a.m. there. What are you doing up? All righty, shall
To Pinballs, because we all have a lot of it.
Someone
There it
across the street.
There
There
it
it
is.
is.
All right.
I knew I had it.
So you guys make your way across to Pinballs and head on through the swirling portal of purple death that you really have to convince other Mari to go through because it is a scary fucking thing to somebody who's never seen
She
it.
doesn't.
You
You
fucking
bad,
hold my
Or
hand.
she's like, she kind of like starts looking at all of you kind of suspiciously. She goes, "That's a
Mari
weird
will-
smell."
Mari will walk
Okay,
through
well-
it.
Yeah, Sultan.
Good to know that the security measures actually work. All right.
But you,
I mean, I drew that sign with crayon. I mean, it's fine. Hold my hand.
Okay.
What?
She'll hold.
How would you feel if, like, the Punisher just asked you to hold his hand?
Literally.
Like-
Literally.
Or Blade. Blade tried to get you to hold his hand.
Punished.
We shall step through together.
All right.
It's not the biggest vote of confidence for this Mari. She's like,
I don't
So
blame her.
you step through together. Obviously, nothing happens. You get up into the parlor, and she kind of looks around. Another mansion. This is.
Yeah.
You all live like
No.
this?
Oh no.
No.
I live in a tree.
Pretty
I-
much
I guess
just
that's-
the two of us.
Kelly.
Pinballs.
What? I don't.
Not necessarily a mansion,
You
but quite a
live
bit
in
of
an
land.
estate in the woods.
She's built on a
Sometimes.
tree.
I live in a tree.
Sometimes I live at
I
my
mean,
temple.
Pinballs, I guess. So I guess I don't know what I expected. So you guys start to head through, and you eventually find Pinball and the kitties.
How are my nephews?
Pouch.
Heavy kitten.
That was. You never heard of
Shakes the
Kitty Zoo?
whole tower.
So that was Glitter.
That is
Sparks
the
kind of
gargantuan
comes
enemy.
in and just kind of Kelly pads up and give you a
Sparks
Give
and
her a
glitter
ride.
are the gargantuan creatures. Fuck. That Syl has to grapple in the end.
Mm.
ooh.
I can't grapple them at the same time.
spark glitter. They become one conglomeration.
just become a
Pants and a
cat.
wizard hat. I love it.
They merge and become a normal
And
sized cat.
pants.
Oh god.
He dramatically collapses under glitter. Oh, you got me. Ugh. Did it work?
He sits on your face.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
Cat butt.
It's just
He's got
pants.
pants on.
You
He's
beat me
got
to it,
pants
Mike.
on.
It's not like you got a butthole against your face or anything.
I don't like that sentence.
I don't
Well, I
either.
didn't like what happened to me either. All right, moving on. So,
Okay, so we learned a lot of things.
he gives you a big hug and a kiss since you stopped talking. That's why you stopped talking mid-sentence.
So, yeah,
Hi.
we learned a lot of things that you might want to know.
All right, lay it on me. Let's get this done. It seems to be very positive.
Well, Mari went through the portal. The other Mari, now she's here and alive.
This is Mari, by the way.
We all point to Cat Mari.
Yes, it's very nice to meet you. You look just like Mari used to. Shakes hand.
She doesn't.
Very obvious.
She doesn't share the same blood, though. She's just a tabaxi.
He looks shocked. You're not an Acosta. She kind of just shakes her head shyly. Oh, that's intriguing.
She's also never heard of
Those
the
are you like.
Goa.
She really no Goa.
Or Airshale by the sounds of it, but you know, that's
No
one
Airshale?
person. Maybe she just doesn't know.
She he kind of says, well, Airshale is fairly common. It's been a component used in alchemists for a long time. Mari, other Mari, not our Mari. What do we?
I've
oh,
been
never
saying
mind.
Mirror Mari,
Miramari.
but I should
Yes.
probably make sure. Is that okay?
Meowri.
No.
Why?
No.
Why? It's not you anymore. Give it up.
She's
She thinks it's cute.
defending her
Um,
own honor.
She thinks it's cute.
You respect me and my choices.
It's not you. Do you have you ever studied the arcane arts? And she nods a little bit. Says, I'm trained as a druid. Like, all right. And you've never heard of Airshale? I don't think that it's likely that anyone who has studied magic has. I mean, even druids who has never heard of it ever.
Do you think maybe it's a very high priced commodity or something that is part of a very elite quiet club thing?
I mean, if
That
it's
sounds
never
like-
been discovered, though, that means that the likelihood is that it's. I mean, maybe the Goa don't exist either. I don't know.
She mentioned shield guardians. That's what she thought I was at first.
Oh, sure, yes, of course, anyone can see that. That's what I would have thought, or some sort of gollomancy. But obviously, as soon as you spoke, both would be proven wrong.
Goamancy.
It's Goamancy. Yes.
That is in the book, actually.
I read it.
It looked like they tried to make it happen, but it was like fetch. It just didn't happen.
Could the air show be called something different?
That's what I was thinking too. There could be different names for things.
Maybe
There haven't
the
been different
Goa,
names for anything so far, but maybe.
maybe the Goa just never evolved into the ones that we know today. So they
Well,
just
that's
sort of
Or
putting
probably are
it
keeping
mild.
themselves. They're probably also keeping themselves extremely secretly, not revealing themselves at all to the realm. That could be another
Or-
possibility.
Or the makers never learned. Maybe there's no
Yeah.
mountain. Maybe there's
Oh,
no...
they never left.
Hmm.
Mari, have you ever heard of an island called
That's where the ancients live.
okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, That'd be it.
What would be it?
The ancients made me. Well, no, that's completely inaccurate. The ancients made my people, and I come from many generations later of Goa sculpting children.
I wouldn't. I mean, I know nothing about them other than rumors and things. Nobody goes there.
Yeah,
Anybody who's tried has never left.
that sounds
That's
about right.
But there's
They do weird stuff there, so maybe they're just
Syl just looks around at everyone, feeling very satisfied and very relieved by this. Like,
yeah. See, they just kept it super secret, and nobody knows anything
is
about
that
it, and
possible?
it's fine.
I mean, if
Well,
that's where it came from,
It's not great, actually.
can I ask you another question?
of course.
The chitin and the Feroche, they're from there, right? They've
Never heard of either.
Well, I mean, I
What
saw
are they?
Soxy in, like a giant bug lady. I saw Soxy in the
Oh,
mirror.
I've seen that person around. I mean, I try not to judge based on someone's appearance, but I've never met another one like them.
okay.
Our
Doesn't
Soxy is
she
very
run the
nice.
orphanage? I think she's an orphan. I'm not sure she knows her past.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, Uma runs that orphanage, I believe, and they work with.
Yeah.
That is who she was seen with.
Yeah. What was the other? There are three of them. Uma.
Syl
the
slowly
Soxy?
points at
Points to
Oshi, like,
yeah. Ocean, I think you were also mentioned to be seen with Uma.
Yeah.
It is a furball, but I don't think it looks anything. I've never met them. I just heard. It
Ah,
doesn't really. You dye your hair?
Probably a little bit different. Red and shorter, a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know.
Ocean was another of our.
It's very different to me, but it is a furball.
Ocean is another one of our party members that went through a bit of a appearance change.
Yeah, a little.
We don't have a lot of luck. Some of us don't have a lot of luck.
No.
Says the person who hasn't died.
Not without trying. Not for lack of trying, okay?
I have tried several times as well.
Yeah, it's like we're built for it and we don't even get the opportunity. Syl feels genuinely upset by this.
That's not a thing you should be upset about.
How do you not die?
Wasn't fun.
Personally?
And to be fair, I don't think Saldana
Isn't
still
that
knows that
fun?
she actually died, to be fair. I don't
I'm
think
sure somebody let it slip at some point.
So, Pinball, what? It appears that living people can come through the portal. Does this change anything?
No.
Well,
Can they?
Mari's clearly living.
Mari.
You didn't die when you came through the. And she's like shake her head like really.
Oh
scared.
god.
She woke up on the side of the portal as a tabaxi.
My theory
Jesus,
is perhaps
dark.
it is only when. My theory is that it's only on our side where that happens. If you walk through from our side to theirs, that probably happens. That's my
Oh
theory.
gosh, does that mean she's stuck
Um,
here?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's just a theory. I was just thinking about it when I
Yeah,
was seeing
that's
Jervea. I was like,
fine.
"How's that?"
I'm sorry, Saldana that upset just makes me so happy.
Look,
Like,
she had to watch.
That flustered.
She had to watch one of her friends go through that, but thankfully she cast Death Ward on her. She's now very paranoid. It's a very true theory.
Oh, I
Okay.
mean, yeah, I can cast Death Ward too on this Mari when she's ready to go back. Maybe somebody can cast Death Ward on me, and I can escort her through, and then come back from the other side and check it out. It'll be great.
Oh, I can't do that today.
Do I? I don't have that either.
I would need to sleep on it as well.
Pinball's like, I could probably help you out. I need to check my notes. Give me a few minutes. And he disappears for a few minutes.
It's that portal can look. I need to take a better look at that damn thing, because that thing is just going to. Yes,
Yes.
we're quite used to him.
Yeah.
He looks different here, I know, but
When did he become a furbolg?
A couple months ago.
I always forget, you know,
Is
we
our
come
pinball
back.
going to turn into a furbolg?
probably
We have
not.
no idea.
As long as
Most
he
likely
doesn't.
not.
Honestly,
Oh, we forgot.
I don't want to take full credit for it, but if he doesn't meet me, he might. It's this long chain of events. That's it.
It involves a clock. Just don't worry about it.
And
To be fair, I don't think we told Pinball what the other bit of information that we know about the
Does he need to know everything?
I don't know. I have a lot of theories going through my head that I'm not too sure I want to tell in front of a person who has no context, because I don't want to confuse her even further than she probably.
As it feels like a drop in the bucket at this point.
I will admit that I am incredibly curious about the mirror world and seeing if it's possible to travel between the two.
Honestly, so am I. There's a part of me that wants to go there and speak with, me again. Talking about getting help, perhaps. I'm not sure if that's the best idea, though.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not opposed to just kind of walking through and seeing what happens. But I am also not necessarily the intelligent person in this.
Mari? Do you have a way back?
The portal? The crack?
Yes, I assumed, but do you know what will happen if you go back through?
The same thing that happened when I came here? I assume.
Have people come through from our side?
I threw that guy through last week, but he was dead on
he
the
might
other
have
side.
already
Now,
been
it could have
dead.
been that he died from his injuries. He was not dead when I threw him through the portal. But he was by the time he landed.
We did thoroughly give them a beating.
Yeah,
So-
I did
this
spank
is-
him pretty hard.
Chelsea actually asking this question because I'm
Thank you.
not sure.
Figure of speech.
Was Javea a vampire before she went through? No.
Nope.
Okay.
No,
Javea
I cast Death
was.
Ward on
I
her.
cast Death Word on
They
her.
kept that twice,
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
No, I think Lark
I
did a
thought you
different
did it and
spell.
Lark did it.
I-
Okay.
No,
I
he
did
cast
Shield of Faith.
Yeah, that's what he did,
That's
and I
what it
did Death Ward.
No, I came through.
Well, I've got Death Ward, so I can always help with the return trip. So that's a-okay.
It's not like we were able to ask Javea any.
Wow.
Anybody have any other questions before I have Pinball come back?
Who wants bacon?
Ooh, I'll take some.
Mari's
All
gonna.
I'm going to go look for bacon.
You find bacon and two cats that are very interested in what you're doing.
Sounds about
I'll
right.
give them some bacon.
Mari. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll cook it.
Okay.
I'm in the
Alright,
kitchen
just what?
cooking bacon.
Sorry, I'm
Someone's
thinking.
in the kitchen with law. All right. Meow, 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 meow.
Mari, in front of the other Mari, is going to actually use one of her Nakosta abilities. And she is going to. Oh shit, no. Assuming if we
Sure.
do it within the. Yeah, essentially. Assuming if we do it in the next 30 minutes, which we might not, but assuming we do,
Might want to ask Nathan if that's okay.
Fuck off.
That was
She's gonna cast augury and see if it is a good or bad decision to let the other Mari walk through the portal again in front of the other Mari to see if she recognizes the actions at all of anyone that she'd seen in her world. Because that's just easier to show rather than to explain. So.
All right. So as you how do you burn hair, right? That's what it is.
Yes.
So you're cutting a little bit of your hair off and you hold it in your hands.
Yeah, it doesn't
and
sound
as it kind
great.
of- as it bursts into fire in your hands as part of the ritual, it turns kind of this ghostly mustard color. This is the wheel and woe one, right?
Yeah, you always did
Which
red and
is-
green. That's why I was like, yellow?
Or
Yeah,
yellow for
but-
both.
or yellow for
Wheel
both.
and woe.
Okay.
Red light, green light,
You
yellow
You
light.
never described it that way before.
It's either wheel or woe or both. I don't think you've ever had a both answer before.
Yeah.
Or-
I've had one both. I've
What
had
did I
one
give her
both
last
answer.
time, then?
I think it was just both green and red. I don't think
Oh,
it
like
ever
a
mixed with yellow.
swirls
So
or
I was like,
something?
what the what? Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
I don't
pretty
think
cool.
it was ever yellow. That's why I was like,
That could be the neither.
Yeah, so that would be red and green swirls.
It's like looking for a yes or
Okay.
no answer and getting grapefruit.
what
Fuck?
is that supposed to
That was not the agreement.
She just kind of nods at the flames and finishes it up.
Well, I know what the answer is. What was the question?
Assuming we try to get her to go back through within the next 30 minutes, if it was a good idea.
I can't do that.
I imagine you
And
can.
then I think it's safe to say the coasts probably don't exist where you are.
Too bad. So it takes almost 20 minutes for Pinball to come back since he leaves. So about 5-10 minutes after this, he comes back in and says, I think I understand where I went wrong.
Okay.
It's not that you'll die by passing through the portal. You'll die, you reach the state of you in the other world. So if you've already died in the other world, then you will arrive there dead.
And if you don't exist in the other world?
That one I can't help you with.
I'm gonna
No.
I'm
I
gonna
think
stay
you'll be
here.
okay.
Okay.
But I yeah, you might want to.
So, like, I would be okay going
This is
through
only in life and death. I don't know about
reincarnation.
racial reincarnations. I don't know about any of this. I didn't look into that. I only looked into life. or
So are you
death.
saying that if, for example, if Nathan
So
were to
when-
go through, would Nathan die if he went through the portal?
Correct.
Okay, so Nathan doesn't go through the portal.
Nathan is not
I mean,
allowed to go.
And
And if Bad Horse went through the portal,
He becomes good
And-
horse.
yeah.
the state just becomes your state. There is no. It's hard to explain, but I don't think your spells could protect it. I don't think Deathward would stop.
So
it.
when we sent
Javea.
Javea through. Well, they did say that she'd be
Mars,
protected on
see
the other
her
side no
around.
matter.
Well, and Mari kind of popped up. I know that she's okay.
Okay.
Recently, do you know if she's okay?
In the past 3 days since she arrived there, I've been listening. Well, maybe it's been a week. I don't. At least
So
I-
if that Afra was to come to this side,
She'd
then
probably die.
She'd die.
It was just a
Not-
suggestion. It was not set in stone, Callie. We don't have to do it.
it's obvious that it's not permanent, right? I mean, you could.
Well,
just
yeah,
have to be ready.
yes, that
I'm
is.
so glad that
Now
you are
I'm scared to
alive.
go through the dam.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah, Pimple looks up and says, "Yeah, you absolutely would die. Do not do that." or at least be ready. You would not become a vampire though. Undeath does not. I think because it would have reversed it. I think they would have shown up here alive, which would have been very strange.
And now that raises questions on how she came on this side as she was.
I don't know that it affects her. You are alive and her being is alive. I think that may count, or at least animated. I don't know. Not much more that could happen to her.
Vampires don't make sense.
But apparently,
That's our
be
whole
going,
show. That is our tagline.
Yeah,
Vampires, they
but
don't make
apparently,
sense.
be going on that side would pretty much spell death for me, given that technically I did die on that side.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
you would definitely be dead. You do not. You are not over there. Yeah, you're not alive over there.
Well, I'm.
So,
And Mari is like, I know that the handmaiden is not one yet. I see her in the garden. If that helps.
my death ward must have prevented her. I don't.
I don't know. I wasn't there when she came through.
Mari came.
Anyway, I think I've gotten all the information I can. I think I'm ready to return home.
Okay, we'll walk you.
And she starts to pack. She goes to the library. Oh no, she's not at the Brill estate. She would have brought it over here, actually.
I
No,
will
didn't.
say Mari would have let her keep the cloak she was wearing of Nathan's.
Oh,
Yeah.
Awesome. Can't wait till you tell Nathan why one of his cloaks is missing.
Nathan
he'll
was
be
used to
fine.
having his
He'll be
left
fine.
shoes. Was like used to having shoes taken. I think
He'll be fine.
I'll buy you a new cloak. You're fine.
She wouldn't have done it if it wasn't, after all the little bit of conversation of like she doesn't have the same kind of wealth and she lives a very content life. She's like, here, you can have this. A little bit of thing from here.
To be clear, in case anybody wasn't clear on that, because it sounds like I might be having someone, its current state of being. So if you were dead and reincarnated and you're alive, you would be alive on the other side. You should be fine, is what Pibble was saying. It's only if you were dead, like permanently dead, that it wouldn't be.
Yeah, that's why I'm concerned about Javea now, fucker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well,
but
we
again,
can walk
she's
you back.
alive now. It doesn't mean it only means you'll arrive that way. Again, you can be changed after the fact. So if somebody was there and cast Raise Dead on her or whatever, what's the 1 minute spell?
Revivify.
Revivify, she would have popped right back.
Yeah, and they did say that they'd be waiting and take care of her no matter what. So
She did say that to the group.
Yeah.
Someone in the group. Seems to have been true.
well, we can walk you back, Mari.
All right.
Would you like to ride a bear?
No.
Hmm.
No, we have a. I'm sorry, but bears do not. No, I don't do bears.
The Earth Sign Paladin causing problems in the city.
Do you have him here?
More or less.
Sort of.
in spirit, but or rather,
He's a terror.
maybe not in spirit.
He killed several people, including nobles.
There's just like awkward silence.
He killed,
Dang.
he killed the handmaiden, the first one.
Yep, that's what we were told.
Ours
Were
is
they all
incredibly
vampires?
kind.
They were all evidently evil in some way, judging by their moral ground, I guess. The queen has been nothing but nice, and the king was nothing but benevolent. It's been a very prosperous time in our kingdom.
Everybody makes
I
mistakes.
Just worry that judging anyone based on such a
Everybody has those days.
Or decades or whatever.
Did you, Chelsea? Did you just go way back for the? Did you just do that? Oh my God, Chelsea! I'm having nostalgia now. Fuck you.
I missed it.
You're probably. I was about to make. a
I
really
am
good
right.
joke.
See, this is how I know I'm right in the middle of the ages. Sometimes I get the things that like those two wouldn't get, but I got that.
All right.
Yeah.
And the rest of us are like,
It was Hannah
Yeah.
Montana.
Hannah
Remember
Montana.
Hannah Montana?
Oh,
okay,
God.
yeah,
Nope,
nope.
that would not be a reference.
Yeah,
that one I
no.
would get.
Yeah.
No. I did get War Games earlier, though.
Yeah, I got War Games. I got War
I
Games.
did
I
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's our turn to make the references that the adults don't get, Mari. Oh shit, wait.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I thought,
The older
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
make another-
The
if you
old
make
folks.
another
Like, if
Hannah
you call
Montana
us the
reference,
adults,
I
we
will-
get to call you.
If you make another Hannah Montana reference, I will call you out on it because you would deserve it.
You're gonna get that Wild Magic Surge. You're gonna earn that.
I think Hannah Montana should be once per campaign.
I will
That's
call it
the
out.
one. That's the one, Chelsea. Everyone gets the campaign gets one.
We have 4 more episodes.
I managed this long.
That's
Is that the thing
tremendous
you're
self.
always like, I would quote this 1,000
No,
times
that's
in
Parks and
episodes.
Rec.
Hannah Montana.
Honestly,
Oh, okay.
Chelsea, I'm surprised it took
Or
us this
Gallivant.
long to make it. Chelsea, I'm honestly surprised it took us this long to make a reference that only our age bracket would get, and not.
That was good. That was good. I mean, you guys don't have very many references. You've only been around, what, 2-3 years? So,
Fuck
all right.
you.
Mari, it is not as frightening, the portal, from this side.
It's pretty normal, yeah.
You know, Fennec shows up and all hell breaks loose. What's going on here?
Agent
Sorry,
of
Mark, you're trying to
Chaos.
pull us. Yes. We only have the one thing that really scares.
What's that?
Their sign Paladin.
Sorry, I wasn't sure if you meant in addition
He
to.
thinks he's doing good. I think that's the scariest part. There's some that seem to agree with him.
I don't have any thoughts on the matter.
I don't know why you would, but I'm sorry. I can't do bears.
Understandable.
And understandable. So you guys start to walk them to the
Pimble,
Portal.
wait, before we go.
yes.
Syl goes into her bag and pulls out a little envelope and gives it to Pimble. You can open this later, but yeah. Inside it is a small invitation to, if there's time tonight to do a waking,
There'll be time. I'm
it is an invitation, and it's a request that he.
So was Pimble not helping you with this? I thought we said he was helping you with this.
Oh, he can. That's fine.
Maybe I thought we had. No, it's fine to do it this way. That's fine. I just thought I was like, oh, he's helping. You still might make him one anyway because I know you. So of course I'm going to be there. He opens it right away. I don't know if we should call it a bris though. Maybe. I know you're going to finish it up right then.
It's quick.
You're gonna just. It's like the first shovelful at a dig site. This is the last little. But I just don't.
No. But it has an invitation as a participant. It says something about being a keeper and that he'd be part of it in some capacity because they need arcane casters to do the rituals and stuff. So she's basically asking him to take part, like to participate.
He'll absolutely be there. All right, so you guys make it back to the portal. Mari is standing there. Turns to Mari and says, "It was very nice meeting you. I'm glad that one of us is comfortable."
It took a long time, but yeah. Talk to Jenny.
I'm-
See what happens.
All right. I only ever feel really comfortable around one person.
Who would that be?
It's my friend. She's never around anymore, but
Is her name Haley?
it's Haley.
Yeah.
She had to move away.
I'm glad she moved. You can still talk to her. Not as lucky here.
She not here.
Yes and no. For the most part, no. It's weird.
Saldana
So I
just
feel-
puts a hand on Mari's arm.
So kind of just like,
Did you two did she ever ask you out?
yeah. But my heart belonged to someone else at the time, and still does. So
I said no to. She kind of shrugs and turns and steps through the portal.
Well, we know more about that side than I originally anticipated.
yeah,
Yeah.
Good information, though. I think rather important.
answered a lot of questions. So
Just makes me think back to what are the questions I should have asked the other me and how forthcoming I would have been. Well, she would have been.
What question is that?
I just feel like she might know more, being nobility. Nobility like to keep their secrets. I mean, for the longest time when Earl was in the throne, my family was responsible for trying to make him look good and hiding all the stuff that would have been perceived as not that great. So I'm well aware of trying to keep things on the down low and trying to keep things hidden from the general public. Something tells me I could be totally wrong. I could be incredibly wrong and could just be saying this just because it's what I know, but I just have a feeling that Mari didn't know quite as much because she wasn't as involved as you are, Mari. Something tells me that there is more going on in that dimension that is just not known.
I agree. There's probably more that we're never gonna know.
That's what scares me.
But we've learned more. We don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, but we've learned more. So,
And we still have a few days until the equinox.
we take what we have
Yeah.
and we develop and we learn and grow from it. That's all we can do. We have a better understanding of what the portal is and what it does, so.
We need to make a list of who in our group should go through the portal. Because Nathan and I are clearly at the very top.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna let Nathan go through that.
So possible non-existence.
you.
so
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Not you. Definitely not you.
I know the time.
Can't
We
hear
can't
you.
hear you, Jay.
There you
you
go.
are.
That was weird. You.
Might have not been.
Right. Callie stands up. I'll be right back. And she walks through.
Okay.
Oh, that's what we're doing. Shit, I can't follow her. Fuck.
Not we.
I said I can't follow her.
No, I'm not either.
You know
I don't
what?
think
That's
it-
completely fair. And if you want to say
I would end up charming myself.
You are very charming.
Still
You
just
would
puts
have
her
to
hands
be
in her
more
pockets
faster.
and just looks sadly at the portal like, well, I guess she doesn't get
Yes,
this. And she shoves an envelope back in her pocket.
We
Gotta
could
be
wait for
right
her.
back.
Hours.
I could fall. I don't really want to fall.
It is up to you.
Oshin, your mom's on that side.
Not my mom. Here's the problem. I don't know if I've been reincarnated. The only reason that I was reincarnated was because I know pinball. I don't.
I think you're overthinking.
It's not. If
Callie specifically
I don't know how
saw
to-
you over there.
the Callie is also a dragonborn over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I had this
So you're
Furbolg
gonna
or the old
Okay,
Furbolg.
so worst case
I mean,
scenario,
Mari did
you turn into a redhead.
Mari's also been reincarnated.
The Mirror Mari did describe you though with being red haired though. She did describe a totally different
Yes,
Furbolg.
this is my problem.
Can I spend a hero die for meta information so that everyone can calm down about the rules here?
What's the rules exactly?
No,
Oh,
I'm
you
saying
think you're gonna
everyone's-
die if you go through? Is that the problem?
Coming back, maybe, because I have
There's
died and brought
I
them.
tried to clear that before.
Yeah.
There's no, as long as you're already alive on this side, you're fine. As long as you don't
You're fine.
die and then try to come
Okay.
back, you won't
It's like-
die.
Because I was gonna say I was the only one that was mentioned that has been reincarnated that wasn't reincarnated
What
there. So
happens
it's like,
when
I
y'all
don't know
can't
how this
stay
is working.
alive for a
I know.
campaign?
I died for plot. Okay.
If this version of you is alive and you come to this place, you're alive.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
does not really change the hesitation much.
It's Oshin,
Just
yeah.
takes off the I'm not gonna immediately die.
If it helps, I'm about to eat bacon, so
A big fist
Is
Brought it with you?
My children are cats. Not really.
but you don't eat it.
No.
All I know is I can't go in after her because I am.
Mari's gonna walk in.
All right.
Hi.
Okay.
Since she knows and she saw herself.
Go ahead, Oshi. We will wait here.
I will make sure that they're okay.
Sure.
And
That's the
I
only
will
reason.
also make sure that they come back because I follow them through.
All right. That whole hesitation probably was more like a minute of hesitation, maybe 30 seconds. More of a, am I really doing this? Okay, yes. Kelly, as you came into the portal, Mari's on the other side, climbing over a fence, kind of awkwardly, climbing over this fence and in
She
front
saw.
of you. Yeah.
You want to lift up?
No, I've got it.
I,
She's got like one leg like way up too high, and she's like pulling herself up.
Callie's just gonna take a step back and just kind of monk over it, like it's nothing.
Fine. And she turns.
I asked if you
She
wanted
turns
help.
into a squirrel and goes over it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
She jumps on your head, jumps to the ground.
So where can I find Victor?
She turns back into herself. Why?
Well, in case you didn't notice while we were over there, are on the brink of war, and I'm hoping that maybe they can help.
I can show you their guild house, but I can't. I can get you in.
That's
You
okay.
can show a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Except I totally can. So,
That's true.
and then you hear somebody come through the portal. Some feet hit the ground on the other side. Somebody else coming?
I didn't think so, but I guess so. Which one of you guys
So Oshi-
decided to come over?
So you hear somebody yell that from behind a fence, about a 10-foot high fence.
I think Mari went through the
Yeah,
portal
Mari
before
went
Oshin.
Oh, Mari went through.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear.
Yeah.
that.
Exasperated.
Yeah, she went through it first.
fine.
Oh my god. Okay.
Since she
I'm
knew
sorry.
that her other version of herself was able
I
to
missed
go
that
through and
completely.
come back. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So Mari, you hear that?
it's me. And she'll change into a bird and fly
Oh.
over and then land.
That's interesting. Oh, a bird. I want to do that. Should have done a bird. I was
Hi.
the squirrels. I don't like height.
Squirrels are adorable. As
They're
are
very
birds.
good.
So you so I guess I'm taking you to Victor. You just it's in the Guildsman district. You just basically go down Main Street and turn left at the Y, and it's right there on the
Easy
left.
cheesy. We
And it's not like a fork in the road. It's the YMCA.
got it. See, I figured that the equinox is coming up rapidly on our side, and we don't really have a lot of time to
Here's-
ask for favors.
And you hear more boots hit the ground from the other side of the fence. Oh, more people.
Are you okay?
We're fine.
We're not dead.
Okay.
I figured we didn't have a lot of time to ask for help before the equinox, so
You know-
may as well act while we had time.
I was sort of trying to leave on this dramatic sort of exit, and you guys, I just
We're not
in
very
the
fond of
future,
them.
Maybe wait a few more minutes.
Sorry.
We're not very
She
fond
just kind
of
of
them.
like elbows Callie, a little. All right, this way, and she takes you guys. Stops. Are you sure that's everyone?
Yeah, the other three are
I
just
think
sitting,
so.
waiting.
And
Unless
they
someone else
will.
shows up.
We're gonna go ahead and speed through as she takes you through the city. You do notice again everything's kind of backwards here. It is kind of mirrored. It takes a little bit to get used to. Callie obviously doesn't seem phased by it because they've done it before. And they make you through the Guildsman district to the YMCA and then down to the to a extremely large building, an 8-story building, almost an entire block wide. It's got the 4 VKTR letters on the front of the building. And these double doors, the double doors are sitting open. The lobby is always open for people to come in. They sell and do all sorts of things, Guildman related, unions, and just good things.
Excellent.
But I won't be going in. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate your directions.
All right, so you guys head inside. How are you going to try to convince them to give you? Well, actually, it's not going to take that much at all. So, Callie, you walk in, and several people recognize and kind of wave at you. They kind of look strangely at the 2 people that you're with, but they wave and they kind of look strangely at the way you're dressed. One of them walks up to you, Miss. Are you feeling okay?
I am feeling just fine. Is
Okay.
Afra in?
Vassifra's here, yes. Sorry, it wouldn't have been Vassifra. It would have been, what was Vassifra's last name?
Oh gosh, I don't remember.
It would be Miss whatever her last name is.
Did we ever get her last name?
Maybe not. Yes, I'm sure we did.
We did, I
I'm
just
sure
don't
we did.
remember what it is.
Let me see if I have it written down. Continue.
Oh god. Here comes the catalog of notes. So anyway, is this anything I can do for you?
Oh no, I'm just gonna go on up and
Up?
colloquialism. I'm gonna go see Afra in her office.
Of course. You don't usually come to the front door, is all.
Oh well, I had guests and I didn't necessarily want to.
Of course. Are you going to be taking them
Yes.
to her office?
Mhm.
Okay.
Thanks.
And she just kind of nods and heads off.
Is there a very clear direction on where to go?
To go to where?
Or it's-
This place has dozens of doors and things. No real directory.
That was not as smart as I thought I was. Okay.
I mean, you've called yourself out on Callie's intelligence.
Oh no, Callie is not smart at all.
Are you eventually going to ask?
Yeah.
All right. Although it's a very awkward sort of conversation, you eventually get taken to what appears to be some sort of elevator, which takes you down 2 levels into the sub basement, which opens up into what looks to be a house. It looks like an interior of a house. Matter of fact, the curtains over the windows have light pouring through them. Feels very natural and warm. And it feels like it's a large mansion-like space underneath the building. Here you are.
Thank you.
And she just heads back up. And you see there's 2 other doors that go off of this little sort of foyer that lead out to other places you could have gotten into this part of the building. As you walk through into your other's house.
I feel like I'm intruding. Is there anywhere to like knock discreetly?
No, you're in the foyer.
Shit.
Where would you like to go? What type of room would you like to try to find?
Like a sitting room. I don't want
Or
to.
you just want
I would probably.
a secret room?
No, a sitting room. Like a
Oh,
like an
sitting.
entertaining room.
That'll be the first room you come to is a sitting room. There's nobody in here right now, though. Do you want to holler out or do you want to look for someone?
I was gonna holler out.
What do you say?
Vassifra, are you home?
In the kitchen.
Could you meet me in the sitting room, please?
Absolutely.
God.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Don't feel
Probably
so
preference
silly.
you have. Yes.
And a moment later, Vassifra comes into the room completely naked.
Oh, should I say that?
Yep,
Nope.
yep. Probably should have let her know.
I didn't know you were bringing friends. And she grinned.
No. Oh wow.
Is it Thursday already?
I don't think either of us are interested.
No.
Oh my god, this is my
Just-
favorite part ever of this episode.
Pity. Kelly, dear, what exactly is going on? And why are you
I'm the
dressed so
Kelly
strange? Where's your dress?
I'm not your Callie. I'm the Callie from the across the portal. I was
Oh,
Like you thought
Really?
that was gonna disincentivize her.
Right?
you
In
guys
fact,
did
it
so
probably makes that
close there.
stronger.
So tell me. And she takes your hand and kind of leads you over to a couch and sits down. What am I like over there?
Quiet.
Wow!
Sorry.
Wow, and
Sorry, I'm not here. I'm sorry.
We're at a birthday
You-
party.
You were incredibly kind and wonderful, and I miss you very much. Every day.
Were we involved?
Yes, for a while. Briefly before you passed.
Briefly only, though.
I unfortunately did not meet you very long beforehand. Several months.
Oh, it's a pity.
I agree.
There are several of us over there that are no longer with us, I guess.
I think Pinball and Jaster, I think, are the only two who are left on our side. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to barge in.
I'm sorry. And she stands up. She goes over to a closet and puts a robe on from a closet.
I would say don't bother on my account, but that would be terribly, terribly forward and
Oh,
make
you're
both of them even more
mumbling.
uncomfortable.
I know
So,
that. I know that look. I know that we wouldn't get anything done.
no.
You obviously are here for a purpose, and you've brought such handsome friend.
This is Lady Mari Burrell of Cinderhaven, and
Well, that name sounds mildly familiar.
and
I-
Oisin Rexfield.
Believe they were in high water.
Rexfield?
They are in high water.
Rexfield? Does Pinball have a brother or sister over
No.
there?
No, this is Pinball's husband.
No. Pinball does not do furbolgs.
I
At all.
assure you, he does, and has
Very
several
much so,
children.
yes.
More than you'd think.
Several children?
Yes.
Pinball does not do children either.
Oh, they're cats.
Yeah, they're cats, but they're awakened.
He doesn't do cats either. That is very well. We know that it's a very different place over there.
Yes.
Maybe it only took meeting the right furball.
We like to think so. Anyway, I'm here on behalf of the Cinderhaven across the portal because I don't know how much you know, but we are on the verge of war, and we don't have a victor in standing anymore on our side. And
Yes, I heard it went all to hell.
yes, we were hoping that maybe we could negotiate for some help potentially.
We have been expecting someone to come over and ask for some help. We have been doing a little research on our own. We think we may have discovered the difference, at least one major difference of Victor between us and you.
Oh,
Well, we performed a ritual early in our careers to try to create something we called the Nocturne. We have similar ones here to the ones I guess you have there, although it sounds like yours are much more advanced from our minimal research from the few people we've sent over there. And you chose white as an aesthetic. I don't understand that.
we did not create those. The Donovan on our side betrayed Victor and has just recently returned with them. It is not.
Interesting.
It is not a good situation, to say the least. He has turned himself
Donovan
into
almost
one.
betrayed us here. So we performed a ritual to try to gain power that was beyond our reach, with an elderworldly prince.
The
Let's
King of
say.
Secrets.
The King of Secrets, yes. And we figured that it was made so much sense since the shroud is here, and it would be so easy to connect with him, but it was near impossible. We just didn't have the strength. Although Donovan did hear him whispering, trying to corrupt him against us, but it never happened. We
I'm
figured
glad.
we might be missing some very important components. Something that would have bolstered the spell, but we don't.
Hmm.
We don't
I'm
know
not.
what.
I'm not sure what that could have been.
Really, Kelly? Or are you being vague? Are you being
Oh,
obtuse?
no. Callie knows exactly what they were missing. She is not going to jeopardize Syl with people who don't know what Airshell could do.
Thank you.
Got it. Okay.
At all. I'm glad for your sakes that it did not go through. It was
Yes, it
disastrous.
sounds like you had a
for us.
terrible time because it seems to have led to all sorts of corruption on your end. Although the history
Yes.
only seems to be recently coming out, thanks to, I guess, you. Some of you, anyway. You are very popular.
We've all done our
The
parts. Yes.
Batitudes, though?
Oh no. No.
Bad dudes. I mean, I don't understand. It seems like you're trying to change your name to the Cinder Roses or something like that. But
Yes.
I mean, the Batitudes. Once that sticks, a name like that never goes away.
That's what I told them, and no one listened. But
Yeah, we're aware.
Anyway, I know. So what is what other information you're trying to get out of here? We're running out of time. Is all.
She said that they were prepared for an offer. They were expecting people to
Oh
come
yeah,
to
that's what.
request
Sorry,
help.
sorry.
So Callie's like, "All right,
I
great,
was,
let's
that was
go."
more of help Logan focus a little bit. So we are prepared to help if necessary.
Excellent.
It's very strange that we don't have the issues that you have here. So when we've been speaking about going to war with Kyros, that's us. We are Kyros. We are all one kingdom now.
Right.
It seems, well, one country. It seems very strange to try to say that, you know.
Hmm.
But we don't want anyone to be hurting. We don't.
We appreciate that.
So we're willing to send over our Nocturne as an easy thing we can give you.
Okay. I will. You'll forgive me if I don't give you a hard answer right now. There's more. There are 16 of us, so I want to make sure that
Yes.
everybody's
Well,
on the
we
same
appreciate
page.
you not having any sort of protection on the other side or stopping any of our people from coming through. We are watching it from our side, as I'm sure you have people watching it from yours. We're not sending anyone through maliciously. We're just trying to learn and understand. We have learned some things that we're a little concerned about. The idea that if you don't exist or you're dead in one place, that you might die. Have you learned that?
Yes, we actually just learned that this afternoon, which is why there's only a select few of us, because we're not entirely sure who is and who isn't here.
Of course. And then, well, everything is sort of mirrored over there. I guess the majority of you are right-handed, which is very strange.
Callie holds up her right hand. Guilty as charged.
We are not. We have a creature here that travels between dimensions. He's a fey creature, although we don't have very many of them, and he uses a sight that he has to see into different dimensions and sort of guides him. He's a friend of ours.
Yivra's Firestarter.
Yivra's Firestarter, the very same.
I've met him once.
We were able to ask him to look into your world. He can't.
Interesting.
Your world is different. Your world is not just another dimension of ours. I assume ours is the same, not another dimension of yours.
Correct. Sending won't work or anything like that. It's completely separate.
Sending shouldn't work across dimensions, but
That's true.
this is different. So something different is going on. You may want to research it on your end.
Sure.
Maybe if you had some more powerful magics or something. I mean, we are tapped.
I'll ask our pinball and see what he can come up with. Thank you. I will speak with the rest of our group about the Nocturne. But it is greatly appreciated.
I will try to get other help for you. Maybe some volunteers from Vic.
Great.
There is one thing I can give you now. We've been talking about this for a while, but we weren't quite sure if we were going to want anyone to have it.
No?
And she stands up. Actually, you're the one that convinced me.
Me?
Well, The other you.
Ah, well. I'm sure I can be quite persuasive when I put my mind.
It wasn't your mind you had to put to it. And she keeps walking, and she goes to this area where she kind of brushes her hand along a wall, and you see this little like black glass that she touches, and these runes just kind of cascade down it. And as it does, the floor starts to part underneath, almost like a move earth spell or a shape stone spell. And underneath there's some stairs, and she starts to walk down. As she walks down into this lower area, it's a large, brilliant white light room, and in the center of it, there stands this, well, what you thought was a nocturne at first, something along the lines of Amy's armor. Only it is much more intricate, much more detailed than that ever was. This is it. This is what we've been working on. This was the prototype of our final release. We've decided that we can lend it to you. We figured you might need it.
What
One
do
of you.
call
I don't
him?
know which of you might be able to wear it.
Oh my. I was thinking something different. But excellent.
No, we decided a long time ago not to put people in these anymore.
I'm so glad you
well,
said that.
Not like that. We do put people in them. They stay alive after.
That's preferable. Incredibly preferable.
Depends on what you need them for.
Ooh, no, I've seen
I'm
where
sorry.
that goes. It's bad.
I know, but we like to push the boundaries.
That you do.
I
mean,
have a feeling
Victor
that
does.
this should at least come close to the power that you've seen in some of yours.
Excellent. Thank you.
I don't know if you have an Amy,
We did.
of course. Well, this will.
Thank you.
And she kind of slides the glass aside, and you have some way to carry it, I hope.
I've got a bag of holding
Bag
also.
of holding.
Perfect.
Oh, perfect. So they'll start putting it very gently into the bag of holding this full plate.
Which of our group can wear full? I guess Lark's the only one who could wear full plate. I don't know anyone else.
Technically, I could.
Soxy
Technically,
can't as a chitin.
Technically, I could. I'm not
Yeah.
going to, but I could.
I think Lark's the only one.
I think Lark is the only
one who
Oh,
can wear
shit.
it.
Out of the entire group?
Lark, I'm bringing you a present, buddy.
Hey, Lark.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you want
wait,
new
no,
armor? I am the law.
I thought barbarians got heavy armor for some reason because there's a thing
No, I
that
think they only-
specifies if you're wearing heavy armor. I don't know why.
You can take a feat.
Yeah, the
Multi-classing.
Yeah.
the speed thing I think says if you don't get the speed bonus if you're wearing heavy armor, but you're not proficient in it.
All right.
Probably application.
Before you go, Callie, as you guys are heading back upstairs, do you have anything you want to say to Vassifra?
She just kind of goes, I'm glad you found each other.
I'm glad that you did as well, even if briefly. And she walks over and kisses you.
Callie's just gonna, savor that for a minute or two.
It takes about a minute. Good luck.
She wouldn't let me tell her, so I'll tell you. Love you. I know it's not the same, but
Why wouldn't she let you tell her?
I don't know. I wish I could have.
She just kind of brushes her hand on your cheek a little bit.
Be good to each other.
Always. And you guys leave. And have no problems making your way back to the portal and through. Unless there's anything else you want to do on the way.
Up to
Really
Mari
quick,
and
please.
Oshin.
Mari wants to see if the Brella estate is even in the city. Like at all.
No.
I didn't
The
think so.
building that was the Brella estate is not the Brella estate. It is a different estate.
I figured, yeah.
Oshin doesn't go out of the way to look for anybody, but does kind of keep an eye out for the people that he would have known, like just to see, just out of curiosity, but isn't going
You'll
like
see people you recognize, especially coming if you walk through Barrel Run. You'll see quite a few. Everyone is here. There's no war here, so nobody's left the city. As a matter of fact, the city is larger and bigger than ever. But in Barrel Run, you'll see a lot of the same people that you recognize.
specifically just kind of like keeps an eye out, doesn't say anything if he does see him, but looks to see if he's Pimble or Soxy or someone.
People you wouldn't see. Soxy, you probably wouldn't see. Not in the areas you were going to. You'll see the the tea garden is there, so you'll see them working and see different shops and things you recognize. PCs are going to be a tough one.
I like the trees. I love my friends.
Not
Had
this
to.
time.
I know. I just had to do that for myself.
Maybe tomorrow. Are you playing tomorrow, Jay?
Yes.
I'll see what I can do. Break your heart tomorrow.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
So I have two more things we got to get to. Sorry, so let's go ahead and zoom through. So you guys come back. You start to split up, go your separate ways before regathering at Sill's place for anybody who gets invited.
Everybody gets invited.
I figured.
They're not all going to be
now-
involved, and there's going to be some like go talk amongst yourselves in cocktail hour, and we got to go
Yeah.
do some shit. But yeah,
Callie, you give Lark the suit of armor.
I would have Oshin give it to him because I really think he's just gonna...
I would have taken it out of my bag the second that I could have.
Like you pop out here.
We brought
Heavy.
you back a present, Lark.
You see Nocturne bits fall out in front of you.
It's not what you think.
What?
You cut
It's
out.
armor. It's armor. It's not a nocturne. It's just
It's just the armor that they wear. I didn't like having that in my bag.
What do I do? Do I just put it? What is it for?
it's on loan for you to wear in the upcoming fray. So you can yell ballyhoo to your heart's content as you charge in to protect us all.
That was my plan all along.
It'll help protect you a little bit better.
does it have laser hands?
It is.
It might, I'm not sure.
I'll get you the stats before.
It is going to be the Lark to Lark, the protector of Lark.
Yes, exactly.
With laser hands.
I will try it
not
on later.
quite as devastating as Donovan's.
Probably not, but Victor has promised help. Including their nocturne, which they don't actually put people in anymore in that way. So
That's good to know.
yeah, they were expecting us. But yeah, I think there's something more important to attend to. And she smiles at Syl.
All right. So, Lark, you get home to get ready and pick up Jastra for the big event. And you walk in, and she is crying. She's got a piece of paper in her hand. She's kind of sitting there sobbing. She looks up at you like she's really hurt.
I would have run over quickly to her.
As you come over, she stands up and backs away from you.
What is wrong? Why are you crying?
Do you really want to die?
No.
Because it seems, and she throws the paper on the ground, seems that your friends seem to think that you're constantly talking about killing yourself. Dying as a martyr.
For them,
What about us?
they said the same thing. I agreed. Your face, Logan.
Can't
I
be
just
mad at
couldn't-
you, Mike.
All of us are like, fuck, who told Jethro? Oh
Who gave Logan a mom voice?
I'm gonna
Yeah, fuck.
I did. I taught him that.
pick up the
I
paper.
was going to say, yeah. Well, learned it from you.
What is written here?
So it's just, it looks like a note, say, from you don't know who, just saying, I'm very concerned about Lark. A lot of us are. He talks a lot about wanting to martyr himself. We don't know where this comes from, and we hope maybe that you can talk some sense into him.
They have already done so. I mean, I would like to live for the children and for you.
Was it because we only had a few years? Because that's not true anymore.
It's just who I was.
Last week?
Mm-hmm.
And who will you be next week?
I will be the person protecting you.
The week after? And a month? And a year?
I will still be there protecting
You
you.
can't protect me when you're dead, Lark. You can't protect your children when you're dead.
I know this. Fuck you, look. I'm not good at this. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck me.
Cut.
Good. Take 372.
The reason that I will be there a month from now protecting you is because I won't be dead. That is what I'm trying to say.
You have to come back.
I'm pretty sure that there will be others that make that happen. You see, I have learned that.
Pretty sure.
Well,
You can have faith in your God that gives you such power, but you're pretty sure that you're going to be.
you see, what I do for them, and like I was going to die for them, what I'm pretty sure about is that they are that to me. All of my friends and the ones that I love are going to prevent me from doing that if it ever happens. They would probably die for me, which I didn't realize, and I didn't understand before last week.
Why does anyone have to die?
No, maybe nobody does.
Dying is easy, Lark.
It's very.
If you want to be courageous, if you want to do something for someone, live for them.
Yeah.
For me, for your children.
You sound like me.
She actually laughs a little bit at that.
I
Kind of,
I am wearing off on you. I am sorry. I love you very much. I don't want to die. I don't, and I love the children.
wanting to die and being willing to die are two different things. And she walks over and she just kind of puts her hands on your chest and leans on you a little.
I may have come across wrong.
To live.
I mean, I'm just willing to, but that's what I was.
You can't be willing to.
I know. I have some armor.
That's good.
It's,
You're wearing it, honey. It's right here. I feel it. It's very cold.
I'm sorry.
Please don't leave me.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to cut that scene.
With my heart on the floor being stomped to pieces. Thanks.
It's okay. I'll
Knew
see
that
to
one was
it.
coming. Thanks, Mari. Appreciate that.
Wow!
I knew
Wow!
Called out.
Wow!
Gestures a lot now.
Wow.
And then the last scene for the night.
Wow.
Finally got to use it again. I only had one other time I got to
Beautiful.
use that.
And the last scene of the night, we are going to go towards Syl's studio. As everyone comes together, Syl's mother is there. Several other Goa are there. Who else is there, Syl?
There's not a lot
Dub,
of room in the
Dub.
basement.
Well, not in the basement, but in the reception area.
Wit and
In the
Allure
waiting.
would be there. Dub would be there.
Whit and Laura are definitely there.
Yeah. Probably, like she had a handful of Goa. People that Syl knew, maybe a few of her siblings she's never met. And I mean, Pimble would be there. Dub's parents, because they've always wanted grandkids.
Oh, there was no stopping them.
They don't know what's going on, but they're very excited about it.
Like, this is a really weird thing for kids. What the hell?
Yeah, that's probably the gist of it. Maybe
His dad's there passing out like very white, light gray cigars.
It's a Goa.
That's adorable.
Goa.
No, I love that. So yeah, the bulk of the ceremony would probably happen downstairs. Partly because it's a block of stone and it's a little hard to move, but yeah, well, she asked if Pimble would be a part of it. And then tried to talk to her mother beforehand about the idea of this potentially being the first step of that olive branch, bringing someone in to see what this is, and the idea that she vouches for Pimble as someone who has spent she knows that Pimble spent a tremendous amount of energy and effort to
Thank you, Margaret Crone, for the
Thank
raid
you.
with 43. We are
You
going
guys
to be
just
wrapping up here about
came
15,
in
20 minutes. That's amazing. but
just
this
in
is,
time for a birthday.
This is the
Yeah,
very first
Goa
birthday.
A big
literal
So,
birthday.
Syl, why don't you describe what's going on here?
Okay. Syl, my character, is a Goa, one of our custom races. They are she is a sentient statue made of a mystical marble-like substance. And today, after spending an entire life as 50 years as an adventurer and wanderer, and seeking out more of this material called air shale that their people are made of, she has decided, with some of that she has found, that she wants to bring a child into the world, which involved, over the last several months, since I have a general sense of what the Goa ritual is now, so I can just start from the beginning. Spent several weeks, or if not months, designing and sculpting a small-sized creature. They are a sort of a little half-orc looking person with sort of a big head and bald and little tusks on their lips, and a sculpted with a, it almost looks like a little leather coat that goes down to his knees, and on the coat is, it's like a high collar, sort of like a laboratory coat, and on the coat is etched in the airshell stone is arcane runes, not ruins, and sort of celestial geometry, and in that celestial geometry, in the curves, as part of the ritual, she treated molten bronze, with the dust of this airshell material that's been refined. Airshell can give substances lots of different properties given the right arcane rituals, and so what that bronzing that now lines the inside of the celestial geometry, that bronzing is now going to be flexible so that Vaz, the young Goa to be, will be able to move. So right now they're having a birthday party before the ritual actually happens. This ritual usually takes a lot longer, but Syl has expressed to her mother, the heiress Kine, that she wants her first, hopefully not only, progeny to be safe, and the only way she thinks it will be safe is if it is no longer raw airshell that can be used for other purposes. She doesn't want him to be broken up for scrap by the enemy army in our city. So she has spurred on a more accelerated timeline for bringing him to the world. So yeah, there's a bunch of people, some of her people, her mother, and these beautiful party members have all been invited to the party and the ritual. Though the ritual is going to be a lot of private stuff, and she expresses to everyone,
This is going to take a while, so I totally understand. If you have to go home, it's fine. You can leave after the party if you want.
Do you have anybody recording it?
I will be sketching as I go.
Just using a magic crystal ball just to.
I was going to
It's going to be like,
to
it's going to
paint
be
like the scenes, like I did for
Syl
Callie.
just slowly wraps her arms
Lincoln.
around Lark's armor, like,
that would be so nice. Thank you.
And then you are free to do other things then.
Well, yeah, I got a lot to do.
Cry.
Yeah, I have a lot to do. Well, not even, I won't have time to cry.
I talk about crying. I cried all the way here. I'll tell you about it later.
Yeah, y'all missed mom voice.
But yeah, so
Jastra's over there, and she's not. She loves me very
Oh,
much.
I get that. Saldana puts like a knowing hand on Lark's arm, like, oh.
I know that voice. We've suffered in the
I know
trenches
that.
together.
I know that reaction.
Wait, that's the thing that bonds them now, is they both understand Jasper's mom.
Oh my god. Yeah, oh my.
That is beautiful.
You're welcome, Gabby.
So if you think I'm going anywhere until I get to see your child.
Oh, no, you're down there. Hold on. I forgot to explain this. You have a job.
Okay.
You have a job. I forgot to tell you. You and Pimble. Pimble, come here. You have a job.
So still, are you doing the party before this all happens, or during, or?
It's like as it's being prepared.
Okay, got it.
It's more like you like stop by, say hi, congratulations, and they leave.
Right. It's like a pre-reception.
Nobody really knows what to do. This is a very unprecedented thing, but Syl's parent or Syl's in-laws seem to want there to have been a party.
And they're not going anywhere.
No, they're not.
Neither
Okay,
is
so-
Mari.
So
It's a combination of baby shower and reception.
and birth.
There you go.
So
And
it'll
you
be
know-
a while.
Birth.
Syl explains to Callie and
Airshell dust everywhere.
Syl explains to Callie and Pimble that she would like them to act as keepers, which are sort of a Goa equivalent of a godparent.
You prevent the Goa from flying through the rings, while the beater
You're
is
on
trying to knock the Goa through
Got
the
it.
other.
Yeah,
ring.
you're on a
Yeah.
broom, and but yeah. So
This
she
is how
asks. Go ahead.
The secret
my
looks
brain
for
went to the
baby
rings
after
of
it's run under the
Parnaith
table.
on that,
Oh.
and so I was like, no, he's
Yeah,
not going to the rings of
Chelsea,
Parnaith. I will-
that's a
It's
reference.
fine.
Don't do that. Come on.
But so I looked on thesaurus.com for a while looking for an equivalent word to godparent, and keeper was the best one I could find. So that's gonna be it. But so the idea is just being there for the ceremony and helping,
Still being on a website is very strange.
sending good vibes during the ritual. And you guys know what's you two sort of know my intentions with this, and intention is a huge part of what this whole ritual's about. And it's that whole, like, if they ever need guidance beyond what I can do, or I'm not there, that's what I ask of you two to do. Help out. That's all.
I'm incredibly honored. Thank you, so.
Pinball's like kind of bouncing.
Yeah, you get to help with the thing. Yeah.
Okay, what do I gotta do?
Okay.
So Syl will take them
This
downstairs
isn't gonna be
to the
messy, is it?
You might get dusty.
Oh, that's fine.
I know.
Last birth I was at was a disaster. It was a cow.
Oh.
So the ritual has a lot of parts. It takes hours. There
You're speaking Pinball's language.
Yeah, right.
here.
So part of the ritual involves transmuting the air shell directly so that the physical sculpt turns more malleable, like a body, instead of just being stone. It lets you, like when you carve a statue, you can only do so much to like separate the limbs so that they're fully mobile. So the idea is, oh, okay, now you can finish carving so it's a completely like movable shoulder and arm and everything and legs and things. So that's
Perfect.
a big part of the structural, the initial part. It's also what makes the bronze malleable. That sort of that Gollumancy and transmutation magics merge together to sort of let the whole thing be flexible.
Nice.
And then comes all the intention part, where there are different phases of sort of imbuing the sculpt with your intention for what kind of person, what kind of sentience and consciousness comes into that being. So there's a part that is a ritual to forge the body with strength. You sort of dictate what kind of physicality it would have. To mold and steel the mind. So you sort of determine what its mental capacities would be or what its strengths would be. And to light a spark within the soul, which is like, that little bit of personality and purpose that it feels. And so Pimble would probably be part of multiple Goa that are doing this arcane ritual. That's in the book, and they probably know it, the elders. And that whole time Syl has to be a part of that, and Dub has to be a part of that. I don't actually know if it's probably never been done with a human before.
Yep.
So he's just part of the ring, and the idea is just to like, you're focusing for hours on what your intentions are for this new person.
Okay.
And when those hours pass, that new Goa is now just kind of an unconscious human-like form. And the last part of it is a very private thing where the maker of the Goa, Syl would lift up Vaz. He's small but very dense, and take him to a room off to the side, and she makes sure Dub comes with her, and they just sit with him for as long as it takes for him to wake up, and it's their job to welcome him and give him his name. That's the last bit, and it's not, given the fact that they did this on a very short timetable, there's not really a good way to know how long that would take. So they just sort of sit quietly, and Syl's just very, anxious and yeah.
Thank you, Scraticus, for the host as well. 30 people, awesome timing. So as the night pours on and you start to go through the ritual, it does a few times get a little boring and not much to do other than pacing and waiting.
Staring and
Sometime
thinking.
early in the morning, Dub's parents pass out into different chairs, but
We
Dub
still
has
don't
been
know
there
their
with
last
Syl.
names, but they're very sweet.
Dub has been there with Syl the entire time. I assume most of you have been down there the whole time. Pinball's definitely been there. Double.
I've asked for
triple-checking
paint.
everything.
I ran out of paint several times, so I
We'll
take
get you
some of
painted
Syl's
pixies.
stash.
Oh God.
Yes. Painted pixie.
Callie has not left Syl's side unless Syl's asked her to go away. So.
And right after the malleable tier, and then after the intentions, the hours of just the intentions, you and your mother are sitting there focusing on.
Syl removed her hat during most of the ritual, but when they went into the other room, she put her hat back on.
And is it just you and Vaz going to the other room?
And Dub.
And Dub.
Yeah, she told her
Your
mother
mom
the
is
other
just, like,
day
sitting
that
there
Dub was
watching.
coming.
Yeah. Your mom watches and she just smiles and is very proud as you start walking to the other room. You go into the other room, and you want to leave that a mystery, or do you want to say anything about it?
There's just a lot of waiting until hopefully Vaz wakes up. That's about. I mean, and when a ghoul wakes up, they're aware, like they're a adult, but there's just nothing there yet. They don't know anything about a lot of stuff.
I thought we determined that the ghoul wake up with some sort of.
They know
already kind of-
language, and they have some concept of like, oh, I'm a person now. Okay. But they'll be there. I mean, that's the idea of having the Goa all there in a sort of mind meldy thing. I
thought part of
Yeah.
the it was knowledge transference. Like a little bit of the common knowledge was transferred. From them,
Sure.
that's how they
Yeah.
learn it.
Yeah. That's right. You're.
But it's from different Go every time, so it's kind of
communal.
It's always different. Yeah, you're not the same information for each one. So they're not all the same is the point. It's not exact science, so it's always a little bit different information each time. So Vaz wakes up. Now, what was the intentions behind Vaz? What intentions did you give him?
Syl, I think part of the reason that the accelerated timeline was able to be is because Syl didn't have anything specific. She had an idea of, wanting to give him a leg up, give him a chance to experience how Airshale is interconnected with magic. She wanted someone to connect on that way with it. She's seen all these things that Airshale can do, and she always feels a little like she's a bit on the sidelines and not getting to connect with it as strongly. And so she did have an intention of trying to have him have a more arcane connection to what Airshale is and what it can do, because he's made of it, and it's so deeply ingrained in his very being.
Got it. Perfect.
But she also wanted to make sure that he could choose for himself what he wanted his path to be. So she left a lot of the intention up to just being a good person and knowing that people care about him, and like that his potential is limitless.
So here is how I think that is different. You can correct me since we're building this race together,
sure.
but the Go already have taken and cut back on the intentions a lot, because the masters who created them, the ancients, they created with such intention that the Goa had no choice, really, of what their job was. They became almost a servantile, like the Ood. They had to serve, this idea. Well, what people think the Ood are like. I don't think they're actually like that, but so that's already been cut back. You are cutting back even more than what the Goa traditionally do now.
Well, because when Syl was born, she was born with a wanderlust, like an inherent, I want to go out, I want to connect, and that idea of she dreams
wants
of
to be
Airshell
where
at night.
people are.
That's more.
I do have a lot of thingamabobs.
But but yeah, the idea
I call them very stiff paintbrushes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this idea that she was born with that inherent wanderlust and wanting to be out in the world,
Sure.
which was needed if you wanted exploratory Goa. You needed them to want to be out there and not be home, which,
Yeah.
double-edged sword. They don't really want to go home.
So you're trying to instill that same.
I'm
wanderlust.
I'm trying to give him the free will to pick what he wants. She didn't inherently
Like,
want
that's
that.
right. That's
Yes.
my point. So you are actively instilling in him the idea that he can choose whatever he wants.
Correct.
Which is something no Goa has ever really been given.
Yep.
That's that. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. That was very different. I don't know if that's going to come into play before the end of the game, but it's definitely going to come into play during the epilogue. So Vaz, assuming he's Fraps, Vaz opens his eyes.
How dare.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to. I'm very.
And she just looks at Dub like, this is not how I expected it to go.
What did you expect?
I don't know, like
Okay.
a baby.
I mean, I don't know.
Hold on. I had a thing for this.
Baby.
Welcome to the world, Vaz.
Oh, thank you.
I'm Syl.
I'm Vaz.
I know.
And Syl looks at Dub.
I gotta looks over at Dub.
This is Dub. We're your makers.
It's probably not okay to say, "Hey, little guy," is it? That's probably really offensive. Dub says.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay. He just kind of goes silent for a moment. Not at all what he expected.
We're your makers, and we're gonna teach you and take care of you.
That sounds great.
Good.
Do we live here?
Oh no. This is like a closet, basically.
Closet. Okay.
Do you wanna
Syl takes a little while to sit with him because there are a
Sure.
lot of people outside.
Mm-hmm.
And just asks him questions like, how do you feel right now? And what do you know? Those sort of things. She's never talked to a new Goa before.
And that's true. You haven't. So, and I apologize if you and I had a different
That's
idea.
it. I didn't have much of a
conception. I always thought
conception
it was
at
just
all.
very rudimentary knowledge, like the ability to speak, almost like an amnesia patient.
Mhm.
Something like, I know that there's something like a closet. I know what a closet is.
Oh yeah, I just
I don't
didn't
know
think of
why
that
I know
word
what a
before.
closet is, but I just exactly. It's like,
Sure.
oh, if you point out what is
It's-
that? Oh, that's a banana. That type of thing.
It's like
It-
remembering things for a very
Yeah.
long time.
It's like, I haven't thought about that in ever. So there it is, and so it's just rudimentary. This you get to watch all the discovery that comes from everything, but instead of it being in a child who might rediscover something
articulate
100
it.
times, they're able to articulate their excitement and their joy about these new discoveries. Matter of fact, they may even have a very, very mild, at least familiarity feel with anybody that you or any of these other Goa know. They may not know why they feel familiar with these people, or if you have something like you like ran into a red dragon or something at one point, and it's something that terrifies you. They might just innately have a fear of red dragons, not even know why. That's the type of thing that I think could be passed through that communal information.
So after a little while of just like kind of having this weirdly abrupt, frank conversation with
It's kind
with
of
Vaz.
it's kind of like what you might think two robots meeting each other would kind of talk like. It's kind of a weird sort of like conversation. Like, oh, okay, that's that. What about
Human,
this?
yeah, I
that's
know what
that.
a
What about
human
this?
is.
Yeah, that's that. You know, yeah.
Well, since you you're new,
That's true.
there's a lot of people outside that want to meet you. Would you
Really?
like to meet them?
What?
1, 2, 3, 4. There's like a couple dozen.
That seems like many.
Yes, it is many. So yeah, come on.
And she puts her hand out.
Take my hand.
Can I? Do you have a mirror?
Oh, maybe.
Dub pulls one out. It's tiny, but he has one in his pocket. And he hands it over, and he takes it, and he like looks at himself. He like starts to like touch his face and like touch his different body, and he touches his head, and he kind of looks at you, and he touches your hat. Well, well, you have a hair.
Oh, no. And she takes it off. So she's got the full bald with the bronzing that sort of vines in the back of her head.
No, see? It just keeps me warm. It's a little that's something you might need to know. We get a little chilly. There's no
And she'll like go over to Dub and like pull his arm up to Vaz and like pull an arm hair out.
we don't have any of those. Sorry. We don't have any of that.
Or like this, and she'll like shake up his hair.
So it
I coiffed this very carefully.
so yeah, yeah. I don't have we're the same.
Will I get one of those?
You want one?
I mean, you have one.
Okay.
I can.
She looks at Dub like, why didn't I
Dub's
think
like,
of this?
I'll get right on it.
Okay,
I don't know. We've been busy.
hold on. Hold on. Just wait here.
And she will very carefully leave the room, not say anything to anyone, and rush to her bag and pull out the magenta hat that Dub made her. And then she will rush back into the room, not saying a word to anybody.
As you come back in,
I
she
captured it.
does this. She does this all the time. Yeah, no, she just runs off sometimes. It happens. It's okay.
She comes back in.
No, I have a couple copies, so you can borrow this one until we have one that fits you.
She puts her head next to his head. Yeah, it's kind of the same. It should fit. And
It's just like.
yeah. So yeah, it's identical to Syl's blue hat, except it is magenta. Well, like
The mush mouth.
it's the same color as Dub's hair.
So now you look a little like me, and you look a little like him. I think it's perfect.
I like it.
Good,
I'm ready to meet people.
very good.
And Syl offers Vaz her hand.
He'll take it.
Yay! And Syl walks them to the door and then like looks at Dub for a second. Like we go, right? We're good? You good?
Well, we're not gonna stay in the closet forever.
Okay. She'll lean over and kiss Dub on the cheek and then head out with Vaz in hand.
Nobody should be forced to stay in the closet.
So yeah, she walks out with her son.
Okay, so in that first room is a couple of the Goa, your mom, and the party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Pitbull, and your mom just smiles. She sees that look on your face, and she knows it very well.
Mari has a bundle of flowers.
Because we're running fairly late, I'm just gonna do the party introductions and not worry about the
That's
rest.
fine.
Unfortunately,
That's
just because we're way late.
That's okay.
Unless you really want to see anyone else's, your mom's gonna be fairly stoic about it. She's gonna say, "Nice to meet you. Welcome to the world." She's not gonna gush. She's not gonna do a lot. She's gonna give you a hug though, and give Vass a hug.
Yeah, she
And
would
give
want to
Vass
make
a hug.
she would at least want to make sure that he meets Wit and Allure, who were instrumental
Allure,
in
yep.
helping.
Yes,
And she sort of
absolutely.
considers them also keepers. That like
Yes, absolutely.
you're the Goa keepers, you're the mortal keepers.
Got it.
But yeah, she'd walk everybody. She'd go one by one. She'd maybe start with Lark since he's drawing, and she really wants Vaz to see art as soon as possible.
Vaz, this is my very, very good friend Lark.
Hello, Lark.
Hello, I am Lark. I
I'm
want to
Vaz.
live.
So do I.
Cool. I only just today learned that.
Me too.
We're going to get along well.
I think so.
You'll have lots of pictures of today because of Lark. He's been illustrating the whole night.
Thank you.
I don't
You are
think
more
any
than
Goa has that.
Mom,
That is Foster.
like you see your mom like kind of stop herself from saying something. She doesn't say it. She just like turns to Saldana. Hello, Foster.
No, Foster is over there. Hmm? Foster will lick Val.
Oh, the bear.
Mhm.
I'm Saldana.
Oh, hello, Saldana.
Pleasure to meet
I would think so. Wait, that's not good. That's
Say
rude,
thank you.
I think. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
Good job.
Syl tries to fist bump him, but he doesn't know what that is.
Syl. He is
He's
very
adorable.
endearing.
Oh yeah, right? And she does this to his hat.
She has to keep lifting up. Keep sliding forward.
And she takes him over to Oshin and Mari.
Hello. This is Oshin.
Oh, Oshin, hi.
And this is Mari. They're both very good
Hi,
friends of
Mari.
mine as well.
And she'll offer, because it's like a little thing of sunflowers, like the dwarf sunflower she's always had. These are for you. They're
Thank you.
sunflowers.
No.
He holds them.
Like, I don't know what these are, but thanks.
He didn't eat them. That's good.
It's good. That would have been the one, I imagine.
Yeah.
And you put everything in their mouths.
This Goa
immediately.
with free will becomes the first Goa that wants to eat.
That wants to eat. Nice.
Those we'll put those in some water so they last longer. So they're that pretty for longer.
And I always have more. So.
I'll tell you about flowers later.
Are they dead? And she looks at Syl.
Oh God.
Way sooner than expected to try to explain life and death to your newborn.
Well, we don't have to worry about that in the same way. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you when you're older.
by tomorrow.
At least a day older.
Yeah, yeah, at least a day older.
need to be
I
one
have to
day
process
old.
this a little bit, so I'll tell you after I've processed.
All right. Turns to Callie.
Vaz, this is Callie.
Hello, Vaz.
Hello, Callie.
It's very nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you.
Good job. Yes, that's a good one. Callie is one of your keepers. She's a friend of the family. You go to her if you ever have questions or you need help and I'm not around, okay? Me and
Anytime.
Dub aren't around.
Oh, all right. Are these dead?
They are transitioning. When plants are in the ground, they are touched.
So they're dying.
They're in the process of becoming something different, not necessarily dying. Plants that have been picked can be transformed into many things, like potions for health, or paints that your mom loves, or even
Do they not have to
Food.
die to become those?
sometimes. It depends on the material.
So the intention behind the death is important.
Yes.
That's very insightful.
Runs in the family.
And many times flowers are given as gifts because they only last a short while. Giving somebody something that's beautiful in the moment is a token of affection. Many times
Look
people
back to
dry
mine. Oh.
or press them, and then they can be kept forever like that. As mementos.
Can we do that?
Oh yeah. I can do that real good. I'll show you my book. It's got a big slab on it. It'll press them real well.
I don't know what that means. So I have a question for you as the DM.
Yes.
Is this room where everyone is the place where he was carved and everything?
Yep.
So the rest of the boulder is here.
Mm-hmm.
So he stops, and the flowers kind of fall to the side as he lets his hand drop a little, turns to the boulder and starts walking over to it.
Syl follows him. Just watches him.
When are they coming?
Soon. Do you want to see them?
Syl, have you already named all three of them? Do you have names that you're like, I'm pretty sure this is it, but maybe not.
I
have to
have
check with
one.
Dub.
I have one. I only have one other name planned right now.
Okay. He says that name. And then he says two more names.
Then I guess that's settled.
Do you have pictures up next to him of others? Are they up and around as you're carving?
Yeah, there were others. There was the name he said was chameleon, spelled like the flower. And there's one that has sort of a sort of a petal effect carved into the side of her her head. So she has sort of like a flower look. And
He looks at that one and he's like, yes. And then he turns to the other two that you have up. They're kind of just defined for the most part, and he's just nods.
We're still debating on a couple of designs on them.
And as he goes to the last one, he just shakes his head and says, "This isn't who they are."
Oh, I would love to hear your thoughts.
And she offers him a charcoal pencil.
If you want to help.
Do you have other designs?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, lots of stuff.
And so he'll actually just like stops everything puts the flowers down for a moment, gently, very carefully, extremely carefully, and then flips through the book, a few of your sketches, and goes to a sketch that you really had never really considered. It was something, I mean, you were happy with it at the time, but it was just like, no, maybe later. And he just kind of shows that one and says, this is them.
Oh, good. Okay. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here for this.
And he kind of smiles and he picks up the flowers again, holds them close. And I think that's where we're going to end. Thank you, everyone, for being here in what is hopefully not the last happy moment before our finale. We have tomorrow at 7 p.m. PST here. We've got next Wednesday, 7 p.m. PST, and then Thursday and Friday is our finale. We will be ending this campaign with a large 2-day, 8-hour, 16-player insane battle-o-rama. And then we'll, on Saturday at noon to 6, we'll be doing our epilogues and our Ask Me Anything, our AMA. And yeah, it's going to be a crazy next week. We'd have a couple more days this week, except we're going to D&D Live. So Tess and I will be down there with Solani from Plot Hunters. Plot Hunters is on at 5 o'clock PST on Saturdays on this channel. Actually on their own channel, but we host it here, so you can find it there over on /Plot Hunters. And we're going to do a raid right now. So I'd like to thank
our sponsors.
I would like to thank our sponsors.
Sorry.
World Anvil, the most robust world building and campaign management software that exists on the internet today. We're very excited to be working with them on all sorts of things. And we will
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So please go check them out, worldanvil.com. You can go try them out for free, or you go try them out with a free account, and you can go when you're ready to upgrade to a guild membership and support their amazing community, in addition to getting a bunch of cool perks and features and customization options and things like that. Also, you can go to our other sponsor, Die Hard Dice. If you want to roll with the best, use Die Hard Dice. Go to dieharddice.com, use the coupon code Countless Heroes for 15% off your order.
I wasn't even trying to get to the 20. I totally got to the 20.
New things over there. So we're going to go ahead and do this raid real quick. We're going to go over to Beholder Roleplay.
Exciting.
We've done a few times there, and yes, Countless Heroes coupon code. So you can see that there. Thank you guys very much. Please go check out nerdsmith.org for all the other amazing shows we have over there. Nerdsmith is our nerdy entertainment network. All of the entertainment is completely free, and we are supported by viewers like you through Twitch, donations, bits, and of course subscribing through Nerdsmith, where you can get all sorts of amazing perks for subscribing. So please, yeah. Alrighty. So that's that. Thank you guys very much. And we shall see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Bye, everyone.